In the quiet solitude of twilight, where thoughts deepen and shadows dance, a truth emerges as ancient as time itself. There lies within you a version more powerful, more resonant than you've dared to imagine. Once distant and veiled, this form felt elusive, not from lack of proximity, but from the strength you had yet to cultivate. It is a call, a whisper carried on the wind, urging you to bridge the chasm between who you are and who you're destined to be. The fear that grips and the weakness that whispers discouragement are not adversaries. They are signposts guiding you toward clarity and resolve. Here, we embark on a journey through these realms of uncertainty, a quest to dismantle false limitations and embrace the version of self that stands unyielding and true. With each chapter, like a quiet tide, you shall draw closer to the shore of your potential, meeting the person who no longer breaks, but bends and then soars. Let us embark together upon this journey into the depths of your being, a path paved with introspection and guided by whispers from the ancients. Somewhere deep within you, there resides a flicker of possibility, an intimate image of who you might become. This potential isn't a grandiose vision laid out by others or dictated by societal expectations. It is deeply personal, intricately woven with your dreams and desires. It whispers softly in solitude, a reminder of a potential that awaits nurturing, not as an external attribute to be acquired, but as an internal flame to be kindled. Yet for many, this envisioned self feels almost like a mirage, alluring yet perpetually distant. The chasm that separates you from this version isn't one of ability, but one of strength. It requires courage to bridge this void, to transform weakness into resilience and will. Weakness often doesn't herald itself with trumpets, but creeps in quietly, cloaked in doubt and distraction. It masquerades as an accomplice to fear, whispering that your aspirations are but the indulgence of fools. However, let us redefine weakness, not as an immutable flaw, but as a guidepost toward growth. It signals where strength is yet to emerge, inviting you to illuminate paths that need traversing, skills that need cultivating, facets of self waiting to be discovered. Within every whisper of inadequacy, there lies an invitation to courage. This language of the soul, if deciphered, reveals that doubt is not a weakness to vanquish, but a call to arms. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the strength to move forward despite its shadows. It's the steady heartbeat that persists through life's chaos, urging you to rise each day and step forward, even if that step feels precarious. Courage forms a ritual of honesty and action, defying the comfort of inertia and embracing the mirror with both vulnerability and hope. As you tread upon this path, the shadow of self-doubt may loom, casting its skepticism over the uncharted course. Yet doubt is a companion, not an adversary to be extinguished. It is woven into the human condition, a mirage best dispelled through understanding and wisdom. Rather than seeking simple answers, engage with self-doubt as a philosopher with existence. Each questioning moment offers a chance to realign your compass, grounding you in the wisdom of past experiences and the clarity of present intentions. In the dance between perception and reality, acknowledge that these perspectives can either empower or imprison. The version of you that feels out of reach may be shackled by these very perceptions. Unleash your potential by re-evaluating the beliefs that chain you, seeking clarity grounded in self-awareness. This perception can transform the hidden, into the attainable when reality's touch reveals the unpolished gem within, pointing you toward growth's fertile soil. Comfort, like a blanket, wraps you in the known, shielding from change's tumultuous storms. Yet, its weight often chains you to the present, muffling ambitions and soothing the call of potential. Growth demands you step beyond comfort's perimeter into the raw and unknown, where true self emerges. Discomfort becomes not a rebellion, but a commitment to transformation, an embrace allowing the stronger, more resilient self to surface. Embrace vulnerability as fertile ground for growth, not as fragility. It requires courage to show up without guarantees, to reveal your true self, unrefined yet authentic. Avoiding vulnerability suffocates potential, cloaking you in an armor too burdensome to bear. Vulnerability was never a weakness for the ancients. It lay at wisdom's foundation. Here, strength awakens in rawness, finding beauty in the soul's realness. Within you burns an unquenchable fire, an eternal spark of drive and dreams waiting to ignite. This fire isn't merely symbolic, but power and passion, an engine of potentiality. The ancients spoke of an inner fire, a daimon or guiding spirit, waiting to be awakened, to illuminate the path and burn away illusions of inadequacy. Feel its warmth and listen to its crackle. It guides you toward becoming who you once feared you could not be. The mind acts as a mirror, not only reflecting the world's exterior, but mirroring your deepest beliefs. It wields the power to cast strength or amplify fear, to forge confidence or foster uncertainty. Face this mirror with honesty, acknowledging shadows and light, accepting the good and the neglected. Mirrors reveal the present truth, offering tools for navigation and transformation. Dreams interweave themselves into life's tapestry, each a potential storyline urging realization. They hold the keys to your desires and aspirations, not as fanciful diversions, but as navigational stars guiding your journey. Treasure your dreams, casting aside unnecessary strands, cherishing the vibrant threads of purpose. As you value these dreams, they chart a course through uncharted territories, enriching the tapestry with the essence of who you are meant to be. Purpose serves as a compass, guiding through life's tempests and calms. It imparts direction, nurtures fortitude, and elevates existence from mere survival to true being. Your purpose, though not found through sheer immediacy or ease, emerges through continual reflection and action. Engage deeply with what ignites your spirit and fulfills your inner self, aligning actions that resonate deeply, pulling you toward potential's pinnacle. Action, like alchemy, transforms intent into reality. No amount of introspection alone can replace tangible steps toward strength. It's within these steps that visions crystallize, where dreams materialize as experiences woven into time's fabric. Stepping into action acknowledges imperfection, embracing transformation by shifting narratives of weakness. Each action builds momentum, creating a cascade of changes as the impossible emerges into possibility's light. Reflection stands as a strategic pause along this journey, not a retreat, but an opportunity to recalibrate and ascertain direction. Engage with both successes and stumbles, distilling them into wisdom. The examined life, long heralded by philosophers, finds clarity through reflection, leading you toward nurturing your emerging self with thoughtful understanding. Patience becomes paramount in this endeavor. Growth's rhythm cannot be hastened by desire alone. It unfolds organically, subject to its own cadence. Patience softens frustrations, reminding that each delay could be an opportunity in disguise. By embracing it, you harmonize with life's natural unfolding, accepting ebbs and flows, thereby cultivating peace and creating space for authentic emergence. Inscribe new stories upon your life's scroll, transcending old narratives of limitation. Stories shape identity and weave the strands of belief into your lived narrative. Challenge tales of can't and never with possibilities rooted in growth. Narratives can evolve, redefining boundaries and rewriting rules, empowering you to own them as the architect of a renewed self. Amidst life's chaos, find sanctuary in silence, where clarity emerges unmarred by external judgments. Silence offers a space unbroken by distraction, nurturing the soul's whispers of truth and potential. In this quietude lies the fertile ground where potential thrives, untouched by noise or doubt. Silence becomes a meditative space for reflection and renewal, sowing the seeds of the authentic self. Understanding time's finiteness reveals urgency, but also the gift of perspective. Time is a sculptor, each moment a chisel shaping your life, urging purposeful actions aligning with your intended becoming. Rather than fearing its passage, let time imbue wisdom, reminding of the opportunity held in each heartbeat, guiding you toward fulfilling potential and realizing once unattainable dreams. Shed the myth of perfection, an illusion that constrains true emergence. Perfection shackles growth rather than facilitating liberation, fostering inertia masked as caution. Embrace imperfection's inevitability and necessity to propel exploration and learning. It's within the messiness of imperfection that the richest stories of strength emerge. Where perfection entombs, imperfection expands. Choose expansion's path. Cultivate resilience, not granted by circumstance, but through resolute nurture. It becomes your armor on life's battlefield, ensuring you rise anew with each fall like a phoenix. Resilience embodies faith in tomorrow's potential, requiring practice through challenges, fear-facing, and learning from setbacks. It's an emotional strength to meet obstacles and celebrate victories, fortifying the journey toward becoming. The path to authenticity reflects a continuous alignment with truth, unmasking external expectations to reveal your core nature. Become a seeker of self, unearthing layers with curiosity, embracing the courage to detach from should be and embracing what is. Authenticity requires acceptance of all facets, daring to live truthfully with compassion and integrity. Transform the narrative of weakness into a beginning, where each vulnerability sparks resilience. Embrace weakness as fertile ground, learning from it to gain strength and transcendence. The wisdom of ancients speaks of power born through acceptance and strength in vulnerability's understanding, rewriting weakness into a foundation for growth. Awaken self-belief, the cornerstone of all action. Without belief in transformative capacity, actions lack depth and direction. This belief isn't inherent. It grows with practice through affirmations and visualizations of success. Strengthening self-belief manifests potential into reality, converting it into palpable power, driving the journey forward. Persistence transcends failure, shifting from wishful thinking to active creation. Each effort, regardless of outcome, fuels transformation, aligning actions with intentions. Persistence weaves a sequence of changes, refining character and sharpening identity's contours, driving closer to embodying a once unreachable self. Embrace transformation as a continuous process rather than a singular event. It spirals upward, demanding boundary redefinitions and embrace of life's unpredictable shifts. Embrace life's fluidity, trusting that each change draws you towards destiny and potential, welcoming transformation with an open heart. As you tread this sacred venture, echoing ancient wisdom invites you towards higher emergence. Each step testifies to an inner vow fulfilled, resonating through time as an ode to courage. No longer too weak to be, but embracing the perpetual journey toward what you may become. Acknowledge this grand tapestry of intention and action, partaking in humanity's eternal quest for transcendence, continuously venturing into the realm of potential until you become unrecognizable yet entirely yourself. In the quiet alcoves of our inner worlds, there exists a version of ourselves that seems almost mythical, disciplined, courageous, unyielding. This self stands before us, shimmering with potential, yet its mere presence often fills our hearts with trepidation. It seems like a distant star, too bright and too far to touch. Yet, ironically, this daunting self is not our nemesis, but our nudge, calling us towards a closer alignment with our truest essence and boundless capabilities. The fear we experience is not a forewarning of peril, but an invitation to embark on a profound journey of self-awareness and discovery. Fear is often perceived as an antagonist in the epic of our lives. However, it remarkably acts as the vigilant sentinel guarding the threshold of our transformation. It heralds the terrain that demands our focused attention and relentless growth. Each stirring of fear is a bespoke opportunity for courage, echoing the memories of our past triumphs, where fear was faced, conquered, and led to pivotal breakthroughs that shaped our narratives. Thus, fear, paradoxically, morphs into our most instructive guide on the path of personal evolution. Navigating this exhilarating journey, discipline emerges as the silent architect of courage, a steadfast beacon illuminating our way through the nebulous mist of life's uncertainties. Discipline is not a restraining chain, but rather an edifice that supports us, grounding our spiritual wanderings and molding a life that, incrementally, diminishes fear's intimidation and fosters an enduring inner strength. It is through small, deliberate acts of self-regulation that we stitch together a life imbued with courage, one thread at a time. In this intricate tapestry of growth, vulnerability is often mistaken for fragility, though it is undeniably the root from which true courage flowers. By daring to embrace our vulnerabilities, we embrace the entirety of our beings, the flawed and the flawless, the brave and the tremulous. Through the stories of those who have dared to wear their vulnerability as a testament of strength, we witness the power inherent in admitting our imperfections and fears, transforming them into fortifying pillars of our identity. In the labyrinthine realm of fear, courage is not a solitary, groundbreaking moment, but a continuum of choices. Every day presents scenarios where small acts of bravery, wrapped in ordinary gestures, sow the seeds for a robust harvest of resilience and tenacity. Courage is not an abstract, unattainable ideal. It is a tangible, accessible quality that grows steadily, ripening with every decision where fear is met with even a whisper of daring. To become unshakable, an oak among saplings, one must first cultivate the fertile soil of self-trust. To stand firm amid life's tempests, we must nurture a steadfast assurance within ourselves, even when the world outside trembles. None of this is achieved in isolation. It requires the cultivation of practices and mindsets that bolster our self-confidence, fortifying our internal landscape to withstand the vicissitudes of existence. When fear of the disciplined self arises, it signals a discord between our current manifestation and our untapped potential. It is a clarion call to align our daily actions with the values and beliefs that anchor our lives. Through introspection and keen awareness, we can orchestrate our choices to resonate with the symphony of our long-term visions and authentic desires. The specter of inferiority often looms large, casting a shadow upon our aspirations, but this shadow is merely the illusion of self-doubt writ large upon our inner canvases. By deconstructing this false narrative and recognizing the shared humanity amongst even the most accomplished individuals, we dissolve the pedestal upon which we place our disciplined and courageous selves. It is a universal tendency to avert our gaze from discomfort, yet in doing so, we resist the very crucible that forges growth. By intentionally navigating through and embracing discomfort, we summon the transformative alchemy capable of evolving our present selves into the courageous beings we are meant to become. A strong sense of purpose acts as a lighthouse, steady in the face of fear's roiling seas, illuminating a path awash in meaning and conviction. Identifying and following a path aligned with our essence provides the courage to face each undertaking with resolve. In pursuit of this path, one must engage in an introspective dialogue, asking questions that steer towards discovering their intrinsic purpose. Transformative power lies in self-acceptance. It is the soil in which the seeds of who we are destined to be take root. Often, we are haunted by the notion that embracing our full potential may reveal a self prone to failure or frailty. Yet by holding a mirror to our present selves and accepting every facet, we unleash the potential for transformation, clearing obstacles that impede the path to who we truly are. Failure is not the end of the journey, but a wellspring of wisdom, a teacher dressed in humility. By reshaping our perceptions of failure from one of fear into a stepping stone of learning, we chart a path toward understanding that the self we fear is, indeed, a necessary facet of our journey. Tethered by the expectations of our past and those imposed by external sources, we often find ourselves ensnared in behaviors and identities that stifle our growth. Liberation comes through introspection and rebellion against these chains, forging ahead with courage into a future unencumbered by the beliefs that others have bestowed upon us. In moments of solitude, we encounter a raw, unfiltered self, a mirror stripped of distractions. Solitude becomes essential as it grants the opportunity for self-introspection, where fears surface and truths, long hidden, rise to the realm of conscious understanding. The phenomenon of fearing success is an undercurrent running beneath the surface of many lives. This fear can sabotage our ascent toward achievement and is often born of an insidious disbelief in our worthiness. By embracing our innate potential and acknowledging our worth, we can dismantle this fear and set forth boldly on the path we are meant to tread. Resilience is not a gift relinquished to the fortunate few. It is cultivated through the resolve of facing fears with unwavering gaze. Techniques such as cognitive reframing and the incremental accomplishment of micro-goals reinforce the mind and spirit against the threat of self-doubt, much like armor forged through dedication and time. Opening ourselves to curiosity can transform fear from a daunting adversary into an intriguing enigma. With an inquisitive mindset, fear is recast from a darkened threshold to a door beckoning us to enter and explore the empowering insights hidden within. Stoicism provides a lens through which we can examine fear and foster courageous self-growth. Its tenets, such as amor fati the love of one's fate, become our stabilizing foundation in a world marked by unpredictability. Existentialism adds depth to this narrative, asserting that within the self we fear lie the elements of necessity and authenticity. By engaging with existentialist concepts of freedom and genuine existence, we uncover pathways that transcend fear and lead to a life lived with profound truth. Spiritual teachings thread through our quest for inner strength, offering revelations on detachment and balance. Buddhism's wisdom frames fear as a transient illusion, prompting an inquiry into what remains when fear is let go, a guidepost to delve deeper into our souls. Accountability is the architecture upon which commitment to personal evolution is built. Establishing a network of support, be it through mentors, accountability partners, or inward self-reflection, ensures that our dedication to growth remains steadfast amid the distractions of life. Communal support is the wind beneath our wings on this individual journey, fostering a setting that nurtures progress rather than hindrance. Through narratives of collective resilience, we see how communities uplift individuals, guiding them toward the change they fear, yet inherently know they require. Visualization serves as a portal through which we perceive the courage to become the selves we envision. By actively engaging in visualization exercises, the feared version of ourselves becomes demystified and draws closer to the realm of reality. Change is the constant force that permeates our existence. Embracing change in all its varied forms reduces the fear associated with transformation. Through metaphor and personal narrative, change unfolds not as a threat, but as a constant invitation to evolve and transcend, a river whose currents urge us onward to unforeseen shores. As this chapter unfurls, the realization dawns. The self we fear is the conduit to the self we need. In facing fear with open arms, infused with curiosity, courage, and the willingness to embrace the unknown, fear is alchemized into a potent force, unlocking doors to our inner potential and guiding us to live a life that resonates harmoniously with our true calling. In the grand tapestry of human existence, weakness emerges as an intrinsic thread, echoing our vulnerability and laying bare the complexities of our nature. It is not a flaw concealed in shame, nor is it an identity tainted with regret. Rather, it stands as a silent guidepost, beckoning us toward the areas of our lives that require tender nurturing and deliberate development. To embrace this is to embark upon a profound journey, transforming perceived shortcomings into formidable strengths. In a world enamored with the glorification of outward might, there lies beneath the surface a profound wisdom in quietly accepting the frailties that dwell within. Historical contexts, as illuminated in the light of varied philosophical texts, reveal that weakness is not an end point, but a beginning, a fertile ground from which true understanding and authentic strength emerge. To engage with one's weakness necessitates an introspective reflection, unveiling these moments as opportunities for profound personal evolution. The ancient Stoics, exemplified by Marcus Aurelius, illuminate a path of self-scrutiny and acknowledgement of limitations, laying the groundwork for building resilience. This pursuit is not a call for submission to our frailties, but an invitation to engage with them, allowing them to inform and guide our path. Through the lens of curiosity rather than judgment, weakness unlocks the doors to transformative growth, reminiscent of the lotus that, against all odds, blossoms from the murkiest of mud. In the expansive panoramas of philosophical thought, Weakness is often approached as an integral component of the human condition. The ancient Stoics perceived it as a crucial balancing force, a dynamic interplay between strength and vulnerability. Seneca, with eloquence, spoke of the resilience born from the recognition of imperfections, casting it as the truest path to virtue, a perpetual progression toward deeper understanding and self-betterment. This philosophical discourse on weakness extends to the works of existentialists like Kierkegaard, who embraced the nuances of human frailty as a means to unearth existential discoveries of profound depth. In this acceptance, one discovers that weakness serves as a compass, always poised to direct us toward self-improvement. Historically, societies equate power with physical dominance or political sway, often overlooking the quieter strength that vulnerability fosters. Drawing from the wisdom of past thinkers, we come to appreciate that weakness has always been, and remains, a pivotal agent for transformation. It is not in the eradication of weakness, but in embracing it, that we build a foundation for deeper understanding, facilitating a connection with the broader human experience. Weakness misjudged often bears the burden of shame, yet it holds within the seeds of life's greatest teachings. It prompts us to face the uncomfortable corners of our vulnerabilities, unveiling valuable insights into our true selves. Here, weakness sheds its punitive guise, transforming into a guiding light that realigns us closer to our inner essence. It offers a whispering pause, urging evaluation and contemplation. This introspection harnesses targeted growth, akin to identifying frail muscles to fortify through deliberate effort. In treating weakness not as a harsh critic, but as a constructive mentor, we empower ourselves to realize our potential. Heeding weakness's message nudges us towards self-forgiveness, fosters resilience, and nurtures transformative seeds. It invites us not to diminish ourselves, but to arise with renewed comprehension and determination. Throughout various spiritual traditions, weakness embraces its role as a stepping stone toward enlightenment and personal growth. In Buddhism, the acknowledgement of suffering and frailty is central to understanding existence's nature, guiding practitioners on a journey toward nirvana. Here, weakness is seen as a gateway to deeper self-connection and clarity on the path to liberation. Through eyes coated with spiritual wisdom, individuals can surmount mere human frailty and access realms imbued with profound strength. In a similar vein, Christian teachings emphasize humility's power and acknowledging one's limitations as pathways to divine grace and transformation. Neither flaw nor failure, weakness invites deeper understanding of one's place within the universe and is an essential facet of personal evolution's pursuit. Embracing weakness through spiritual lenses unveils the potent truth that vulnerability is not merely a hindrance, but a gateway to a more profound spiritual awakening and wisdom. Moments of personal growth often herald the necessity to address and surmount areas of weakness, serving as catalysts for transcendence beyond one's current state. This transformative perspective positions weakness as a fundamental component of progress rather than a barrier. By viewing challenges as opportunities, we grant ourselves the grace to flourish and the insight to convert the once insurmountable into the stepping stones on our journey. The most remarkable growth comes with addressing and ameliorating one's tenuous areas. Much like pruning invigorates a plant's growth, the exploration and acknowledgement of individual weaknesses foster character, strength, and resilience. This enriching voyage guides us toward heightened self-awareness and the unfolding of hidden strengths. Recognizing weakness as a marker, not an end point, steers us to embrace a powerful narrative of continuous growth and boundless potential within the human experience. The enduring wisdom within Stoic philosophy offers a timeless guide in transforming weakness into strength through acceptance and deliberate action. Here, weakness stands not as a failure, but as fertile ground for cultivating virtue and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius advocated reflecting on impediments as potential paths to improvement, encouraging a thoughtful engagement with vulnerabilities to foster inner strength and resilience. Through wholehearted acceptance and understanding, weakness taps reservoirs of potential, nurturing personal growth and enlightenment. Stoicism reframes weakness as a catalyst for self-improvement, inviting individuals to engage constructively with their limitations. Observing and understanding these areas allows alignment of actions with value systems and moral philosophies. Embracing this mindset encourages personal evolution, molding perceived deficiencies into pillars of strength and wisdom, engaging with weakness not as a stop but a signal, nurturing a timeless catalyst for personal transformation and resilience. Emotional resilience emerges as the transformative art of converting perceived weaknesses into strengths. Vulnerability often points toward challenges, yearning for attention and care. Through intentional emotional resilience cultivation, these frailties morph into profound strength sources. This transformative journey guides individuals to grace and fortitude in navigating life's turbulence. Building emotional resilience necessitates conscious acknowledgement of weaknesses followed by strategic fortification efforts. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, or reflective journaling cultivate a balanced, resilient core. By treating emotional frailties as growth indicators, we foster a transformative self-improvement narrative, paving the way for profound awareness and fortitude to confidently face life's adversities. Psychologically, weakness acts as a potent catalyst for developing resilience and self-efficacy. Confronting and understanding weaknesses opens avenues to develop adaptive strategies and resilience, a realm known as psychological resilience. This adaptation fosters personal growth through adversity's embrace. In psychology, weaknesses transcend endpoints, becoming essential human experiences, offering opportunities for growth. By compassionately understanding psychological weaknesses like fear or anxiety and addressing them with strategic action, mental resilience enhances. This process transforms perceived limitations, creating enduring narratives of strength and adaptability. The awareness of weakness as an indicator unveils intricate human psyche architectures, steering individuals toward competence and resilience. Reimagining our understanding of weakness transitions it from a dreaded saboteur to a trusted guide. This perspective shift encourages the acceptance of weakness as a natural human component instead of a lamentable flaw. Engaging compassionately and understanding weaknesses fosters a transformative acceptance journey, underscoring personal growth as a perpetual journey, not a static destination. Weakness emerges as an essential element in the broader narrative of self-discovery and empowerment. Addressing weaknesses illuminates growth areas, fostering agency and optimism, encouraging challenges as personal development opportunities. When weakness turns from hindrance to guide, it nurtures continuous refinement and evolution. Embracing this perspective embarks us on a transformative journey inflected with potential, propelled by the conviction that understanding and persistence can elevate every weakness into strength. Confronting one's weaknesses demands profound courage and vulnerability, signaling an openness to growth and change. This courageous act admits imperfection and sets the stage for transformation, allowing the cultivation of strength and unlocking pathways to self-understanding. Facing personal weaknesses, though daunting, becomes a brave declaration of growth commitment. Confronting frailty unveils profound insights, fostering greater resilience and empowerment. When weakness evokes courage, not fear, we cultivate environments ripe for growth and transformation. Stepping beyond fear, courage catalyzes evolution, infusing life with new purpose and potential for profound change. The pursuit of emotional mastery involves deeply engaging with perceived emotional frailties. Emotional mastery requires understanding and regulating emotions, transforming vulnerabilities into sources of wisdom and strength. Engaging openly with these vulnerabilities transcends weaknesses, reaching deeper emotional intelligence and awareness levels. Transformation to emotional mastery involves actively practicing mindfulness, reflective journaling, and meditative introspection. These tools empower individuals to navigate challenges with adaptability. Embracing weakness as an ally fosters cultivated emotional intelligence, flourishing emotional mastery narratives. This deepens awareness, embedding resilience, evolution, and wisdom within. Weakness serves as a profound empathy teacher, fostering deep connections within shared human experiences. Recognizing and embracing personal weaknesses develops empathy, promoting an understanding of humanity's shared vulnerabilities. This empathy enriches connections, nurturing compassion and heightened emotional acuity. Recognizing personal weaknesses invites an understanding of the human condition's complexity, fostering empathetic interconnection. Viewing weakness as a universal trait fosters solidarity, paving the way for kind, understanding acts. Weakness, thus, becomes an agent of connection, weaving shared experience tapestries, enriching relationships' complexity with understanding and wisdom. Exploring weaknesses unveils an essential self-discovery portal, illuminating paths to heightened self-awareness. Delving into areas of vulnerability presents opportunities for deep reflection. This introspective journey extends understanding, altering limitations into profound human complexity lessons. As we navigate self-discovery realms, engaging with weaknesses reveals insights into insecurities and growth potential. Through such exploration, insight into identity-shaping narratives allows redefinition, transforming limitations into strengths. The self-discovery journey becomes potential-infused, acknowledging weakness as a powerful evolution catalyst. Weakness invites compassion, cultivation, self-compassion, initiating broader human connection, comprehension. Approaching weakness with empathy encourages a shared experience, fostering kindness, understanding, and emotional attunement as weakness transitions from judgment source to teacher. Compassion, engaging with weakness, means practicing self-forgiveness and grace extension. By embracing vulnerabilities, a nurturing understanding environment arises. This compassionate approach fosters resilience and empowers life's challenge navigation with grace. Weakness's wisdom evokes compassion, enriching emotional landscapes and cultivating profound connection potential. Accepting weakness propels strength building, fostering resilience through vulnerability, acknowledgement. This acceptance carves growth pathways, accessing untapped potential, charting holistic strength journeys where fragilities transform into development foundations. Acceptance harmonizes strength and vulnerability, creating balanced narratives of human experience complexity. This acceptance transcends limitations, nurturing a strength and vulnerability interplay. Embracing weakness as self-awareness cultivates empowerment, activating potential, and fostering intentional life navigation. Weakness's acceptance engenders resilience, requiring intentional vulnerability engagement. Through life's adaptive challenges, weakness transforms into strength. Practices encouraging reflection encourage growth, narratives thriving on transformation potential. Resilience emerges from embracing weakness as a natural human facet, its springboard for change. Engaging vulnerabilities unlocks resilient adaptability, nurturing perseverance narratives and understanding. Reimagining weakness as growth signals enhances potential pathways for evolution. Fear emerges from aversion to vulnerability, acknowledgement. Embracing discomfort enables transforming fear, accessing latent courage and strength. Acceptance transcends fear, empowering and enlightening growth. Weakness understood as a signal cultivates courage and inner strength development. This journey confronts vulnerability-fueled fears, embracing growth with resilience and confidence. Engaging with weakness transforms fear into allyship, crafting empowerment narratives for personal growth. Vulnerability introduces a potent strength source, enriching human complexity understanding. Embracing vulnerability transfigures weaknesses into growth opportunities, fostering resilience and connection. Vulnerability's power lies in cultivating authenticity and self-awareness. By reinterpreting vulnerability, perceptions of frailty turn to strength, enabling fuller humanity engagement. This transformative path invites deeper understanding and growth. Through weakness transcendence, potential emerges through transformational engagement, redefining narratives. Weakness engaged with becomes growth's catalyst, shedding light on development pathways. Transcending limitations reshapes narratives, promoting holistic journeys of self-discovery. Growth encourages aligned action to transform limitations into potential catalysts. Engaging with vulnerability activates transformation capacity, enriching personal development with wisdom as weakness's power unfolds potential. Confidence finds footing in the understanding of weaknesses, building empowerment foundations through engagement. Acknowledging needs fosters resounding confidence, transcending superficial affirmation. Weakness awareness enriches life navigation through empowered clarity. Perceived frailties become growth foundations, enhancing personal narratives of potential. Confidence, grounded in vulnerability, comprehension, enriches the transformative experience of life. Self-love aligns with weakness's confrontation, fostering acceptance and understanding. By compassionately acknowledging the vulnerable within, personal growth finds balance within the human experience tapestry. Self-love paired with weakness prompts self-awareness and transformation, nurturing potential. Acceptance fosters empowerment and understanding, weaving self-love narratives that transform vulnerability into self-discovery. Rituals of discipline, pillars of strengthening perceived frailties, set pathways to empowerment. Developed habits forge resilience and adaptability, converting weaknesses into narratives of growth. The discipline transforms hurdles into strengths, embodying empowerment within. Engaging with discipline rituals appreciates perceived weakness, fortification journeys. Reflection, mindfulness, and goal-setting paths navigate empowerment, transforming weaknesses into strengths within resilience and adaptability frameworks. Weakness reframed to potential unveils, transformational engagement potential, guiding empowerment and introspection narratives through perceived frailties. Weakness's profound transformation illuminates introspection and resilience paths, nurturing strength and potential narratives. Catalysts for change flourish through potential acknowledgement, driving transformation. Weakness weaves life's wisdom tapestry, enriched by vulnerability, engagement, and lessons. Embracing weakness cultivates growth and empathy, forming foundations for transformation. Weakness reveals growth's nature, providing life's complexity navigation insights. Personal evolution fosters transformation, enriching experiences with wisdom. Strength and weakness's intertwined dance constitutes growth's symphony. Vulnerability understanding reveals personal transformation pathways. Weakness evolves strength, forming potential narratives of empathy and transformation. Strength within vulnerability welcomes continual evolution through interconnectedness. The symphony of strength and vulnerability ensures personal growth and transformation. Engaging vulnerability signals transcending frailty for strength and potential narratives. Acknowledging strength and weakness's interdependence incites growth, highlighting harmonious evolution and empowerment. Vulnerability's engagement invites transformation for personal growth and discovery. In the pursuit of self-discovery and growth, we often stand at the precipice of action, waiting for a semblance of readiness that never seems to materialize. The allure of perfection beckons us to hold back, convincing us that we must wait until all is aligned and every flaw has been ironed out. Yet the truth lies in a humble acceptance. Our imperfections are not barriers but gateways to transformation. Embracing our imperfections becomes the first step, a defiant declaration that we are prepared to learn, adapt, and evolve. In doing so, we release ourselves from the analytical paralysis that holds us hostage, finding freedom and momentum amid the flaws we once feared. Readiness, we are told, is a state we must strive to achieve before embarking on any significant journey. However, this quest for readiness is often nothing more than an illusion, a comfort zone cloaked in pragmatism. The belief that we must wait until everything is perfect is merely procrastination in disguise, an indecision masquerading as preparation. In embracing our imperfections, we come to acknowledge our humanity, finding strength in our vulnerabilities. Each imperfect step forward shifts us closer to our ultimate self, and in this journey, we begin to understand that the path to strength is rarely linear. It is a dance of courage, missteps, and miraculous recoveries. The myth of perfect timing ensnares us in a cycle of not yet, continually postponing action as we await a sign from the universe that everything is perfectly aligned. Yet life is not so benevolent. It seldom grants us the luxury of unobstructed paths and moments of crystalline clarity. Waiting for the right time is a comforting illusion, providing a false sense of safety, while life presses relentlessly forward. True timing is crafted in the alignment of intention and action, empowering us to move forward despite lingering uncertainties. As we dismantle the mirage of perfect timing, we unlock a broader horizon of possibilities, converting the fear of imperfection into a catalyst for growth. Stepping into the unknown, brimming with uncertainty, requires raw, unadulterated courage. It is this courage that propels us toward transformation, forcing us to forge ahead despite shadows of doubt and incompleteness. As we embrace uncertainty, it becomes a landscape of potential, a space where innovation and self-discovery thrive. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the audacity to face it. It is the willingness to journey through darkness with open eyes and an open heart, knowing that the adventure is as valuable as any destination. To harness courage in this uncertain world, we must perceive the unknown not as an adversary, but as a mystic teacher. It becomes evident that each act of bravery, taken without a guarantee of success, is a testament to our potential. The willingness to endure unpredictability nurtures our inner strength, expanding our horizons and unveiling new depths within ourselves. The path to readiness is paradoxical. We seek it desperately, yet it remains elusive. We believe readiness must precede action, when, in reality, it is birthed through action. This revelation is experienced each time we dive into a task prematurely, discovering our capabilities in the process. Readiness follows effort, a byproduct of experiences and the resilience honed through challenges. The pursuit of readiness often deters us from beginning, though the act of starting is exactly what prepares us. This paradox reminds us that readiness must be forged in the crucible of action. By confronting tasks head-on despite our apprehensions, we cultivate skills, insights, and confidence. Inaction breeds self-doubt, feeding inertia. It's vital to see readiness not as a static destination, but as a dynamic, unfolding journey, a journey that progresses with each courageous step away from the comfort of certainty. True strength is not marked by an absence of weakness, but by the relentless commitment to move forward in spite of it. This forward momentum stands as an act of defiance against our inner resistance and external barricades. It is a testament to our dedication to growth and transformation. History is replete with tales of individuals who, against incredible odds, pressed forward. Their courage became their legacy, their resilience an enduring testament to an unyielding human spirit. As we journey onward, we carry with us scars of battles fought and lessons learned. Each step bolsters our resolve, teaching us to see challenges not as barriers but as stepping stones. By eschewing stagnation and embracing progress, we synchronize our actions with our intrinsic survival instincts and yearning for flourishment. Moving forward often mirrors a spiral, revisiting past patterns with wiser eyes. True strength emerges along this twisting path, crafting a future self with each small advance. Hesitation, akin to the pursuit of readiness, exacts a hidden cost, a toll often unnoticed until opportunities have slipped beyond reach. This indecision robs us of achievements and experiences, breeding regret and self-reproach. Hesitation feeds on fear of failure, the unknown, and inadequacy. It binds us to proximity and safety, dulling the spirit and suppressing growth. The deeper we hesitate, the more profound the grooves of inertia become, diverting us from the paths our potential wishes to explore. To overthrow hesitation, we must confront the fear, sustaining it with unflinching honesty. Recognizing hesitation as a thief of time empowers us to act despite discomfort. The cost of action may appear daunting, yet history affirms the rewards awaiting those who take the leap. The act of surpassing hesitation is liberation in itself, an invitation to dive into the unknown with faith in the process. Acknowledging hesitation and its toll allows us to navigate its constraints, freeing ourselves for progress. Trusting the process of personal growth is an exercise in accepting disparity and confusion as crucial to transformation. It's an embrace of the intricate dance of uncertainty, upheavals, and learning. Through trust, we believe not in immediate triumph, but in the potential of eventual self-realization. Letting go of life's rigid scripts, we open ourselves to an unpredictable yet liberating journey that defies expectations. Trust anchors us amid self-doubt and discouragement, offering stability as life unfurls in its own rhythm. Fostering trust in the process compels us to shift focus from an uncontrollable future to the tangible, actionable present. This perspective unveils that each immediate act is a stitch in the grander tapestry of our evolution. Acceptance begets patience, urging us to mine setbacks for insight and press on with perseverance. Trust in the process is relinquishing the need for certainty, discovering beauty in an unfolding journey. It strengthens our resilience, readying us to face life's challenges gracefully, assured in the spirit of transformation. Action serves as a potent catalyst in our transformational journey, igniting potential and drawing dreams into the realm of reality. It is not through thought or planning that our aspirations are realized, but through action. Movement, in its simplest form, shifts paradigms of possibility, activating transformation. Each action invites uncertainty, embraced with courage and conviction. Regardless of the outcome, each endeavor weaves the fabric of progress and reveals unimaginable realms of our potential. Action, the catalyst, unites thought and movement. It solidifies intention, bridging the gap between the envisioned and the actualized. Deliberate action yields feedback, facilitating learning and growth. This movement ignites becoming, uncovering dormant strengths. Recognizing action as intrinsic to evolution, we foster self-belief, nurturing sparks of transformation. Fear, a formidable barrier, often convinces us that inaction is safer than its opposite. But in truth, progress demands we confront fear, transforming it from a paralyzing force into motivation. Each act of courage erodes fear's hold, exposing its impermanence. Over time, what once terrified becomes manageable, proving that courage is proceeding despite fear, not the absence of it. To conquer fear, we must redefine its role, from adversary to growth signal. By acknowledging fear and choosing action, we challenge it. Each encounter becomes an opportunity, bolstering confidence and resilience. Over time, fear's power wanes, replaced by clarity and assurance. Moving through fear is an act of liberation, releasing us from habitual chains. The power of imperfect action is often underestimated, but profoundly transformative. Perfection is a myth. Imperfections offer the richness of mistakes, learning, and adaptation. Engaging with imperfection fosters mastery, providing lessons unmatched by flawless execution. By prioritizing movement over perfection, we relieve the need for approval, cultivating self-compassion. Each imperfect step reinforces self-efficacy, showing our capacity to learn and adapt. Imperfect action channels new experiences, broadening perspective. The journey to inner strength is not a flawless ascent, but a dance of trial and refinement. In taking imperfect action, we unlock growth paths concealed to those waiting indefinitely for readiness. To cultivate inner strength, we must embrace change as a friend, not resist it as an enemy. Though unsettling, change is the crucible for growth and strength. It beckons us beyond boundaries into oceans of potential. Seen as a friend, change offers renewal and guides us toward authenticity. Embracing change involves shifting our mindset, viewing it not as instability, but as transformation's catalyst, a welcome disruption prompting exploration and problem-solving. Leaning into change demonstrates potential, building stress tolerance and resilience. It challenges us to grow, deepening empathy, understanding, and self-awareness. This openness to change fuels life's complexities with courage, crystalline aspects of resilience. The unknown terrifies with its shapeless enigma of pitfalls and challenges, but is also a landscape for transformative experiences. Navigating the unknown develops strength, inspiring creativity and resilience. Embracing its vastness dissolves limitations, expanding possibilities. In the unknown, each uncertainty is potential, not risk. Cultivating comfort in ambiguity builds internal security, faith in our capabilities, and trust in the journey. This faith sustains perseverance, confronting challenges as avenues for growth that redefine our self-understanding. Patience is an undervalued yet potent virtue in our quest of becoming. In a world championing speed, cultivating patience defies urgency, honoring growth's natural pace. By practicing patience, we allow processes to unfold without succumbing to fleeting transformation pressures, reducing fear and doubt. True patience means enduring imperceptible progress, trusting it contributes to larger change. It cultivates resilience, facing adversities with steadfastness, avoiding despair. Patience empowers us to nourish deeper transformation aspects, ensuring meaningful and enduring change. As a tool, patience shapes our development journey, affirming that transformation is not haste, but steady. Discipline anchors transformation. It bridges intention and realization, structuring actions toward purposeful outcomes. Discipline nurtures, guiding growth. It navigates potential, instilling habits, fostering resilience. Understanding discipline as self-care enables embracing structure freely, aligning choices with values and goals. Each ritualized action incrementally contributes to growth's montage. Discipline nurtures life ownership, distancing external validation for personal evolution satisfaction. Inherent discipline shapes our transformed selves. Resilience blossoms from consistent practice, dedicated growth pursuits through life's oscillations. Consistency transforms effort to habit, bolstering adversity endurance. Consistent practice balances motivation tides, ensuring growth commitment during doubt. It instills accountability, aligning actions with purpose, joining journey fragments cohesively. Practice invites experimentation, reflection, revealing mastery insights. Resilience develops as quality, constance alleviating circumstance dependency. Consistency reveals failures as stepping stones, successes as milestones. Weaving potential's tapestry, consistent progress fortifies resolve, engaging life in its dynamic entirety. The present moment, often eclipsed by past regrets or future anxieties, blooms the beauty of now. Acknowledging it invites deep connection, fostering awareness of life's delicacies. Each moment offers growth, insight, understanding. Inhabiting now frees us from expectation grips, opening us to authentic life. Present awareness enriches observation without judgment, hearing intuitions and nurturing insights. Engaging with the present fosters deeper self-connection, grounding transformation seeds in patient presence. A growth mindset, foundational for perpetual learning, perceives challenges as opportunities, not threats. It teaches intelligence and abilities to cultivate through effort, learning from mistakes. Failures become stepping stones. Success evolves. Embracing a growth mindset sparks curiosity, creativity, valuing process over outcome. It encourages risk, innovation, fostering transformation. A growth mindset empowers change by evolving potential, unshackling, constraining self-limitations. The pursuit of lifelong learning unlocks endless self-discovery paths. Each experience offers lessons, triumphs refine abilities, failures unveil insights. Learning is infinite. Sustained humility unveils knowledge horizons. Moving away from formal education confines, life becomes an ongoing wheel of wisdom. Lifelong learning fosters adaptability, navigating a changing world. New ideas build understanding, equipping us with tools for navigating complexities. Embracing vulnerability reveals strength and authenticity, essential transformation elements. It opens connection avenues, fostering empathy, understanding, and human experience's genuine complexity revelation. Vulnerability finds courage to face fears, confront limitations, embracing change with clarity. It trusts self, finding strength in an open existence, exuding value in trust. Vulnerability becomes transformation's torch, unshackled from ego, illuminating self-discovery paths. Self-awareness, a self-development pillar, unveils beliefs, motivations, behaviors shaping our lives. It provides an introspective landscape lens, comprehending thought intricacies. Cultivating self-awareness clarifies growth barriers and fosters resilience patterns. Self-awareness forms intentional living foundations, aligning actions with core values, empowering growth. Engaging mindfulness recognizes automatic responses, challenging unaligned assumptions. By deepening self-awareness, we enhance empathy, navigating uncertainties with an enduring compass. Humility, a silent strength overshadowed by confidence and assertiveness, nurtures growth. It welcomes adaptation, seeking help, and embracing perspectives. Humility fosters interdependence, contributing to collective wisdom. Acknowledging limitations inspires collaboration, enriching transformation. Humility invites engagement, fostering mutual respect, deep listening, valuing insights. Embracing humility fortifies resilience and adaptability, strengths cultivated through humility's quiet embrace. Failure, though feared, is intrinsic to growth and self-improvement. The courage to embrace failure teaches resilience, turning setbacks into valuable lessons. Across every failed attempt lies a clearer path to success, a journey defined not by the absence of failure, but by the strength drawn from each attempt. Embracing failure emboldens us, transforming trepidation into tenacity, fears into fortitude. In the realm of personal transformation, we find ourselves drawn into a crucible, akin to ancient alchemy's toil of converting lead into gold. This is where pain and trial reside, demanding the crucible of hardship to strip away our old selves. Just as the base metal holds within it the latent promise of gold, so too do we carry the potential for profound metamorphosis. Pain is not merely a passage, it is a promise of something greater. This alchemical transformation embraces discomfort, which becomes an essential component in our becoming. Emerging from pain, we harvest endurance, resilience, and humility, allowing ourselves to experience the expansive depths of human emotion and vulnerability. It is within this discomfort that we must surrender to the fire, trusting that through agony comes clarity and strength. Acknowledging this journey means embracing the understanding that without the forge's discomfort, there would be no refined metal. Transformation lies not in the absence of challenges, but in the evolution of self amidst them. Confronting this reality, we must also break free from habits that have become second nature, involving a deliberate and often painful shedding of familiar behavior patterns. Habits, like grooves in our minds, dictate our actions. Changing these ingrained patterns offers discomfort, as we are forced to shift from a place of comfort and into one of intention. The stories we whisper to ourselves, feeding these habits, are narratives that define us and often extend from past influences. These stories, while comforting, are often self-limiting. To rewrite them, we must confront the scripts that bind us to outdated versions of self, reliving old wounds and insecurities. Yet, within this confrontation lies the power to redefine identity, to craft stories that empower rather than constrain. Alongside this upheaval, embracing vulnerability is paramount. Pain often springs from meeting our vulnerable selves. Vulnerability is not weakness, but a pathway to strength. When we open ourselves to pain, we create space for authenticity and connection, navigating the complexities of our emotions, understanding our true desires, fears, and ultimately our humanity. Stripping away protective layers, we focus on letting the raw, authentic self emerge. This active confrontation with discomfort cultivates resilience and emotional intelligence, embedding a deeper understanding of being human. Fear naturally intertwines with this practice, acting as a barrier to growth. It appears in many guises: anxiety of failure, success, rejection, or the unknown. These fears are shackles inhibiting forward movement. To transform, we confront these fears, seeing them not as immovable obstacles, but challenges to overcome. This confrontation necessitates a painful but necessary shift in perspective, interpreting fear as an opportunity for growth rather than a limit. Overcoming fear involves examining and understanding it, gaining insights into our insecurities. This comprehension allows us to dismantle fear's control, liberating us from its grip. It is not fear itself that pains us, but the hard act of facing, challenging, and ultimately transcending it through awareness and action. Throughout adversity, resilience forges in the fires of pain. Pain is not merely a price to be paid, but a crucial sculpting tool for an unbreakable spirit. Surmounting challenges builds resilience, equipping one to face future storms with grace. Thus, pain becomes a catalyst in fortifying against life's inevitable hardships. Adversity grants appreciation and humility regarding our place in the world. These trials illuminate hidden strengths, developing an inner reservoir of strength as a testament to our capacity to navigate life's complexities. Our scars from past battles are badges of resilience, reminders of the strength wrought through turmoil. Yet transformation means letting go of what no longer serves us, a process painful yet liberating. Whether it be outdated self-images or detrimental relationships, letting go demands courage to detach from the familiar. Pain arises in severing attachments, but is not an act of forgetting. It is releasing with gratitude. The art of letting go involves trusting life's process. By releasing binding attachments, we create room for opportunity and growth. Embracing life's impermanence acknowledges evolution's synonymous nature with change. The wisdom of letting go fosters a sense of freedom, opening the pathway to move forward untethered, open to becoming. The painful stripping away of illusions often comes next. These comforting stories, protecting us from harsh truths, shield yet also imprison us within constraints of self-deception. Becoming requires dismantling these illusions, revealing raw truth. Commitment to honesty and self-reflection dismantles these illusions, driving profound shifts in perception. As layers fall away, we attune to our true essence. Though initially painful, this revelation liberates, guiding to authenticity and a life grounded in truth. The role of suffering also surfaces as a path to wisdom, acknowledged by many philosophical traditions. Suffering, despite its pain, develops empathy and compassion, critical components of a wisdom that transcends self-centered existence. Embodied knowledge emerges, revealing truths about resilience, impermanence, and the spirit's nature. This wisdom guides a more genuine existence, fostering profound connections. Pain in suffering becomes the soil for enlightenment, nurturing a compassionate life rooted in understanding. Transformative growth also requires the healing of past wounds, a challenging yet necessary undertaking. Emotional trauma chains us to cycles of pain, growing mandates, confronting and mending these wounds. This multi-layered process demands introspection, forgiveness, and release, journeying deep into the soul to transcend past grievances. Healing integrates the past as a strength source. Through the pain of healing, we cultivate resilience and inner peace, emerging with renewed identity. This asks for patience and gentleness. As we heal, past chains weaken, allowing us to engage the future unburdened. Releasing the old self extends transformation's demands. Our identities intertwine with past behaviors, beliefs, and roles, often unserving current growth. Recognizing and dismantling these patterns, releasing attachments hindering growth, takes courage, welcoming the unknown. Through consciousness, we craft ways of being that align with aspirations. As we release the old self, we appreciate growth's cyclical nature, marked by periods of shedding and renewal. Liberation arrives with this release, aligned with our essence, empowering authentic living. This newfound freedom allows the embrace of inner alchemy, paralleling the transformation of base elements into refined essence. Engaging all self-aspects, both shadow and light, we pursue integration and coherence. This personal excavation confronts and heals past wounds while embracing introspection and honesty. Accepting this alchemy transcends duality into unity. Inner conflicts become harmonious symphonies. Misunderstanding unfurls into wisdom. Reconciling dichotomies transmutes raw personality into virtues of integrity and authenticity. Pain begets liberation, manifesting a self imbued with wisdom and love. Emergence onto the broader stage of life demands dancing with uncertainty, willingly exploring the unknown despite discomfort. Humanity's intrinsic desire for predictability challenges growth, yet potential awaits in unexplored territories. The dance with uncertainty commands openness, trust in life's unknown currents. Embracing this narrative expands adaptability and resilience, facing challenges with confidence. Pain and uncertainty fuel this voyage as we write life's narratives, defining our path in the mystery. It is here we comprehend change's inevitability, where pain accompanies transition from familiar to the untraveled. Adapting attunes us to life's dynamic nature, revealing beauty and grace in fleeting moments. Acknowledging impermanence fosters resilience and compassion. The pain of change enlightens humility and awareness, navigating life's transitions gracefully. Inevitability catalyzes growth, inviting a journey not of despair, but vibrant evolution. Inwardly, transformation insists upon nurturing silence, a radical act amidst noise. Silence uncovers unexamined thoughts and emotions, practicing patience and dedication. Observing without judgment blossoms consciousness beyond ego's constraints, revealing profound inner presence. Pain serves as mentor in this practice, educating conditioned layers and unveiling inner luminosity. Inner silence discovers true nature, mindful awareness uncovering the essence of being. Strength from solitude, dialogue with the self in absence of distractions, deepens introspection. Though solitude introduces discomfort from confronting the self, it offers renewal. The quietude enables attunement to intuition and wisdom, guiding authentic growth. Solitude cultivates self-reliance, guiding authentic lives wrapped in intentional grace. Besides pain's distraction from presence, dwelling on past or future diverts us from liberation. Yet present immersion holds keys to freedom, anchoring life's expression in gratitude and flow. Embodying presence amidst pain liberates and contextualizes existence's beauty. Presence transcends suffering, revealing inherent joy in life's full embodiment. This concept of presence flows to the pursuit of wholeness, integrating self-aspects into cohesive harmony. Engaging shadow and light, strength and weakness articulates acceptance of humanity's spectrum. Pain prompts self-integration, discovering beauty and true nature depth. Wholeness is not an end point, but unfolding through insight. Acceptance and compassion yield genuine wholeness, embracing duality's balance. Herein lies transformation's power to redefine reality. True transformation is an internal endeavor, driven by willingness to confront pain, challenge limits, and embody aspirational beings. This journey weaves courage, patience, and resilience, fashioning authentic lives independent of circumstances. Transformation is testimony to spirit's limitless potential, awakening the world's beauty and wisdom. Triumphantly, we redefine the world from within, guided by the pain and elation of our quest toward becoming. Identity often appears as a fixed entity, an immutable essence dictated by past experiences, family upbringing, or societal labels. However, this perception is deceptive. Identity is not a static monolith, but a fluid tapestry woven by choices and actions. Both ancient philosophers and modern thinkers have long acknowledged that clinging to a rigid sense of self diminishes the soul's potential for growth and understanding. Each moment presents an opportunity to redefine oneself, shedding the outdated skin of misconceptions, like a serpent renewing its vigor. In recognizing the fluidity of identity, we open ourselves to endless transformation. The stories we've held closely need not dictate our future. By understanding that identity is shaped by choices, actions, and intentions, rather than past mistakes or unchangeable backgrounds, we liberate ourselves from self-imposed confines. Each new experience challenges our perception of self, urging us to reevaluate our beliefs and attitudes. It requires courage to step beyond the familiar confines of past labels into the invigorating uncertainty of who we might become. Choosing who we become demands inner strength, a commitment to self-awareness, and courage to deviate from paths previously sworn to. Such strength is not innate. It is cultivated through continuous reflection and a readiness to face vulnerability. To act upon choice rather than reaction signifies a progression from passive existence to active participation in one's destiny. Embracing vulnerability allows us to confront fears and uncertainties, nurturing the growth necessary to redefine identity on our own terms. Consider the paradox of failure, often perceived as a blemish on our identity, marking us as unworthy or incapable. Yet, from a more enlightened perspective, failure is neither a verdict nor a reflection of our innate value. It is an essential component of learning and growth, offering precious insights into our limitations, strengths, desires, and aversions. Embracing failure as part of identity transformation allows us to transcend the fear that restrains us, encouraging both intellectual and emotional expansion. By reframing failure, we break free from its paralyzing grasp. When perceived as opportunities for reflection and recalibration rather than tarnished reputation, setbacks foster an environment of continuous self-improvement. This acceptance reframes our entire outlook, enabling us to redefine what it means to live authentically. Through every doubt and misstep, we become architects, designing the contours of who we ultimately become, transcending previously perceived boundaries of personality and potential. Often, the past we hold on to whispers distorted narratives into our present consciousness. Stories of inadequacy, regret, or missed opportunities linger like shadows, dampening our present and stealing the brightness of potential futures. By consciously disentangling from these encumbering threads, we make room for creativity and renewal. True freedom lies in the understanding that our past does not own us. Rather, we are the artists painting our existence in vibrant strokes with the colors of today's choices. This liberation from past chains affirms our capacity to alter our narrative arc at any moment. By deconstructing these narratives, we reclaim authorship over our identity and renewal. Transformation thrives where acceptance of the past meets the audacity to let it go, clearing a path for reinvention. By allowing these narratives to fade into mere echoes, we find space to compose new stories that prioritize learning and growth over static identity, carving fresh channels for the soul's journey. Intentionality acts as the compass guiding identity reform, marking each decision with purpose. Each deliberate action is a tool for shaping a life aligned with our authentic selves. Recognizing the significance of intention, we align efforts towards our envisioned identity, ensuring each step reflects aspirations rather than mere happenstance. Anchoring actions in focused intent fosters purposefulness, drawing our desired self closer to reality through mindful progression. Living with intention transforms life from passive to purposeful, shifting focus from aimlessness to mindful dedication. Intentional actions resonate with integrity and over time cultivate an identity reflecting true self-ownership. Each deliberate choice clarifies our moral and philosophical stance, ensuring that identity emerges not from circumstance, but as a testimony to our conscious pursuit of authenticity and fulfillment. Through intention, we actively sculpt the raw clay of our preliminary self into a masterpiece of realized potential. The present moment holds the essence of true identity formation. By immersing ourselves in the here and now, we access clarity and grounding, liberating ourselves from the weights of past regrets and future anxieties. Dwelling in the present empowers proactive engagement with life and choices that align with core values rather than outdated paradigms. In the stillness of the immediate, we cultivate the seeds of a renewed self, untainted by external time pressures. Life reveals its full richness when we embrace the present, heeding the wisdom whispered in its silence. Mindfulness allows us to gain insight into the limitless potential each second possesses, shaping identity as a deliberate expression of life's immediate flow. Suspended between past narratives and future expectations, identity unfolds as an artful dance, where living in the present instructs the greatest enlightenment. In this space, we discover not only who we are, but who we could ideally become, liberated to act with sincerity, grace, and purpose. Central to identity creation is cultivating sound values and principles that steer life's path. Defining and living by these values exerts influence stronger than circumstance or environment, crafting an identity resonant with authenticity, reverence, and truth. As we refine our understanding of what we stand for, our choices become aligned with internal convictions, promoting a conscious evolution that reflects our deepest truths and strongest intentions. Discovering and affirming personal values constitutes a profound journey into identity formation, shedding societal expectations to reveal a core uninfluenced by external noise. This road demands introspection and honesty, peeling away distractions to access the purest form of self-awareness. Armed with clearly defined values, we encounter life's uncertainties with unwavering integrity, embodying an identity marked by resilience, clarity, and self-respect, a legacy shining as a beacon of truth through the ages. To embark on the journey of identity transformation, one must first envision the future self, serving as a North Star that grounds actions and choices in a cohesive path aligned with aspirations. By visualizing who we wish to become, we can break free of the constraints of current perceptions, crafting a future reflecting our deepest desires and values. This active process of self-creation is driven by imagination and intention, constructing a path towards a fulfilling existence. Creating such a vision involves the courage to dream beyond current limitations, embracing the potential of what could be. Through visualization, we empower our future self with clarity and purpose. It is a deliberate act of self-creation where imagination seeds reality, and as visions take form, they guide thoughts and actions like a beacon. This transformative practice not only anchors our journey, but instills confidence in the process, affirming each step as purposeful and profound. Change serves both as catalyst and outcome of embracing identity as a flexible construct, illustrating life's natural ebb and flow and prompting moments of profound insight and renewal. Embracing change as an instrument of growth unlocks pathways to authentic transformation. When seen in this light, perceived disruptions reveal themselves as invitations to shed limiting beliefs and evolve toward truer expressions of ourselves. Acknowledging change's intrinsic nature, we seek harmony in identity's continuous unfolding. Each adaptation marks a new chapter in our story, reshaping who we are and may become. Change becomes less daunting when revered as growth, a necessary step in personal evolution, not a deviation. Through it, we strengthen resilience and adaptability, transmuting challenges into opportunities for growth and development, enriching identity with each evolved adaptation. Mindfulness is vital to identity formation, nurturing present awareness and cultivating an authentic experience. By staying attuned to the here and now, we gain clarity and insight into our true self. This conscious engagement disentangles us from automatic reactions, aligning decisions with heartfelt intentions. Through mindfulness, identity emerges naturally, not as a construct of manufactured narratives, but from genuine understanding and acceptance. Mindful integration into daily life invites authenticity and depth to the identity-shaping process. Continuous introspection and reflection facilitate a living connection to the present that grounds our evolving self. Through mindful awareness, we embrace the current self while remaining open to growth, free from judgment or limitations. In this state, identity is unburdened by external expectations, allowing the innate truth of who we are to shine brilliantly, uninhibited. Self-imposed barriers often inhibit our identity's full potential, stemming from deep-seated limiting beliefs that obscure the true self. While seemingly insurmountable, these beliefs are constructs of past conditioning rooted in fear and misunderstanding. Challenging them demands courage to delve beneath the conscious mind, uncovering their origin and reclaiming control over their influence. Understanding their existence becomes transformative, liberating us to redefine ourselves with unlimited possibilities. Dismantling these internal hindrances opens pathways to a broader comprehension of who we are. This process requires vulnerability and honesty, yet reveals identity as a choice shaped by liberation from mental constraints. By exposing the core of these beliefs, we render them powerless, creating space for new growth that reflects boundless potential. Identity becomes not a reaction to fear or doubt, but an expression of deepest truths and inherent strengths within. The journey of identity transformation intertwines deeply with the paradox of self-discovery. As we peel away layers accumulated by social conditioning and personal experiences, we confront the dual notions of shedding and revealing. The irony lies in realizing that discovering who we truly are involves embracing who we have always been, untangling from imposed narratives to return to a genuine core obscured by time and influence. Identity is both reclamation and exploration, urging us toward inherent truths. This paradox reveals that the search for self is an uncovering of what is already within and an eternal quest for what lies beyond. The tension between deconstruction and growth fosters new insights, challenging preconceived beliefs about authentic identity. In this dual movement, we find dynamic equilibrium, a dance of shadows and light where identity forms through perpetual exploration and revelation. Embracing this paradox, we attain clarity, experiencing life not as static existence, but as an ongoing emergence of profound potential. Reinvention is a continuous process reflecting life's dynamic, evolving nature. Each moment offers fresh opportunities to redefine who we are, transcending constraints and embracing the endless possibilities each breath presents. This incremental approach highlights identity as a series of fluid experiences shaped by momentary choices aligned with truth, intention, and conscious self-awareness. Daily encounters provide chances to reshape identity through unexpected conversations, actions against old habits, and moments of silent reflection. These instances of reinvention weave into a tapestry of identity evolution, crafting a narrative of conscious engagement with life. By recognizing the power of moment-to-moment reinvention, we shed attachment to rigid definitions, experiencing a liberated state of being where each decision clarifies and deepens understanding of self. Thus, identity becomes an exhilarating journey of ongoing exploration, where transformation and growth are constants. In redefining personal identity, reimagining concepts of success and fulfillment emerges as vital. Society often projects limited depictions of success entangled with material wealth and achievement, yet true fulfillment stems from alignment with internal values, purpose, and genuine contentment. Shifting perspective allows exploration of alternate definitions, shedding societal expectations, and grounding success in a life congruent with our unique identity and desires. Understanding success as a multi-dimensional concept enables crafting an existence with goals extending beyond surface-level aspirations to deeper purpose and gratification. Fulfillment becomes intrinsic, not conditional, reflecting personal values and cherished experiences enriching the soul. As these notions are redefined, untapped potential is freed to pursue resonating paths, cultivating an identity deeply connected to core essence and what matters most. Through this reimagination, genuine fulfillment is pursued, where heart guides and identity aligns with profound enrichment. Perfectionism poses a formidable barrier to authentic identity development, weaving an unattainable narrative of faultlessness, stifling creativity, growth, and self-acceptance. It demands rigid adherence to unrealistic standards, deeming natural human imperfections detrimental. However, identity thrives not in perfection, but in embracing flaws and learning from mistakes, fostering an atmosphere of compassion and understanding for true transformation. Rejecting perfectionism invites openness, allowing identity to evolve through diverse experiences and acceptance of limits. It untangles restrictive narratives, prioritizing unattainable ideals over genuine expression. Embracing imperfection reveals strength in resilience and self-compassion, painting identity as a rich canvas showcasing vulnerability and growth. Our true essence emerges not in errorless existence, but in the bold journey of unabridged authenticity, embracing our totality. Resilience acts as a crucial ally in identity transformation, demonstrating our capacity to adapt and thrive amidst life's uncertainties. By embracing adaptability, challenges are navigated with growth mindsets, perceived as opportunities, elevating understanding of self and strengthening resolve. In this way, resilience transcends endurance. It becomes the capacity to gracefully adjust identity and conviction as they evolve, affirming unwavering pursuit with flexibility. Cultivating resilience allows not only endurance, but flourishing, shaping identity, where life's adversities invite transformation. Each trial becomes a stepping stone towards a more profound revelation of who we are. Through persistence and adaptability, uncharted capacities are discovered, harnessing growth to create lives aligned with truth and vision. In this flow of resilience, identity finds its expression rooted in courage, fortitude, and ongoing reinvention. The harmonious integration of mind, body, and soul epitomizes a holistic approach to identity formation, ensuring that each facet works symbiotically toward authenticity. These elements converge to nurture well-being, enhancing capacity for self-discovery and transformation. Exploring practices that align these aspects creates a foundation of inner harmony where identity naturally unfolds, resulting in a self synchronized with life's intricate rhythms. Connecting these pillars amplifies personal insight, providing comprehensive perspectives beyond physical appearance or intellectual pursuits. By nurturing physical health, engaging mental clarity, and fostering soulful connection, personal alignment is safeguarded, integrating dimensions into a composite whole. This balance fosters an identity flowing naturally with purpose, resonating with harmony, and deriving strength from synergy. Aligning mind, body, and soul results in a holistic reflection of unity, enriching existence with depth and authenticity. Vulnerability acts as a powerful catalyst in identity transformation, inviting authenticity and openness on the journey of self-discovery. Unveiling the true self requires formidable courage, a willingness to embrace uncertainty and exposure. Welcoming vulnerability fosters profound self-connections and others, unveiling strength hidden within perceived weakness. Embracing vulnerability, identity is freed from facades, revealing its genuine essence. Recognizing transformative potential within vulnerability dismantles armored defenses, embracing and accepting imperfections. We thereby create environments of trust and authenticity, where identity thrives through enriched connection, empathy, and growth. Vulnerability fosters profound self-awareness and compassion, transforming the identity journey into a path of reconsideration and acceptance. Through this expression, identity finds its potent voice, a narrative rich in sincerity, courage, and honesty resonating through life's shared experiences. Environment plays a profound role in shaping identity, influencing beliefs, values and perceptions through silent yet pervasive forces. Conscious awareness of these influences grants discernment over those that align, uplift, dilute, or distort authenticity. Choosing environments that nourish growth and align with vision empowers identity to flourish untethered by external limitations, fostering a space conducive to discovery and self-expression. The environments we inhabit, both physical and social, act as mirrors reflecting and molding identity aspects. By intentionally curating surroundings, ecosystems supportive of personal evolution are created, prioritizing influences, expanding rather than contracting potential. Aligning environment with inner values nurtures harmony, encouraging an identity resonant with integrity and purpose. Cultivating environments rooted in authenticity enables identities to thrive adjacent to genuine self-exploration, creativity, and fulfillment, affirming curative conditions powers in the sculptural journey of becoming. Identity unfolds like an evolving tapestry, weaving threads of alignment and authenticity that reflect core essence. When woven with intention and truth, identity emerges as genuine self-expression, harmonizing with personal values, aspirations, and purpose. Committing to alignment celebrates self-exploration and truth-seeking, where genuine identity shapes each choice and experience. Alignment becomes the axis upon which identity revolves, fostering a life path where expression creates purposeful and enlightened living. Each choice reinforces identity as a reflection of personal truth, declaring sovereignty over narrative crafting along life's spectrum. Through consistency and integrity, identity becomes vivid testament to authenticity, offering a profound mirror to the soul, deeply reflecting clarity, insight, and fulfillment. Pursuing this journey, we discover the beauty of becoming more authentically alive with each turn. Embracing identity's multifaceted immersion in shadow and light acknowledges dualities within the human spirit. This polarity fosters self-awareness, promoting depth of understanding that nurtures identity's holistic expression. Shadow aspects of self encompass fears, doubts, and imperfections fueling growth, while light conveys strengths, attributes, and aspirations driving transformation. Integrating these elements enriches identity emerging from life's intricate reflections. Integration forms a nuanced, complex identity, refusing imprisonment within single narratives. Each aspect contributes to multidimensional selves, enhancing clarity and resilience born of reconciling contrasts. Through union, identity resonates harmoniously, strengths amplified and shadows informed, crafting individuals attuned to existence's intricacy. Embracing shadow and light enriches identity authenticity, creating living, breathing portraits, overcoming division through acceptance and wholeness. Emotional intelligence is pivotal in identity construction, facilitating self-comprehension and fostering authentic interaction. Understanding emotional cues empowers keen insight into motivations, reactions, and dynamics. Emotional intelligence shapes the emotional landscape, cultivating a resilient, empathetic self, embracing authenticity. Cultivating emotional intelligence deepens identity sophistication, aligning actions with heartfelt intent, compassion, and relational growth. It fosters adaptable, sensitive identities, enriching communications, resonating with understanding and empathy. Emotional intelligence resonates with truth, forging genuine connections, cultivating meaningful, enriched dialogues. Reclaiming personal power is essential to identity transformation, affirming autonomy over narratives crafted on one's terms. It involves transcending past limitations, self-doubt, self-assuredness, and conviction shaping identity with clarity and authenticity. Establishing personal power nurtures confidence, encouraging vibrant expression and life influence rather than shadows. Embracing personal power liberates individuals from external validation, crafting identities flourishing through self-determination. It invites the strength to stake claims, asserting presence and choices with clarity and authenticity. Reclaiming power is not control, but the wisdom to transform identity into personal truth reflection. Through empowerment, emergence as narrative architects and spirited creators of identity secure a life canvas of purpose. Identity exploration expands by embracing spiritual dimensions, weaving existential, soulful aspects into narratives transcending superficial boundaries. Spirituality infuses identity with depth, navigating beyond ordinary perception, offering clarity, purpose, and interconnectedness. This exploration holds profound self-discovery potential, recognizing identity interlaced within the cosmic narrative. Spiritual reflection invites identity journeys beyond material confines, fostering universal truths and transcendent wisdom connections. Embracing identity's spiritual dimension reconciles existence's profound questions, gaining insight amid vicissitudes. Spiritual exploration aligns identity deeply with expansiveness, transforming shapes into authenticity across life's infinite spectrum. Identity's journey culminates in legacy, lasting echoes of our being and contributions. Meaningful legacy crafting aligns with values, purpose, and commitment toward future generations. Legacy transcends material accomplishments, reflecting wisdom, compassion, and influence, rippling through collective experiences, leaving indelible impressions. Identity legacy becomes mindful choices, some authentic expressions, and harmonious alignments guiding life. Fostering relationships, inspiring others, embodying truth, leaves a resonant testament to well-lived lives. Each chapter shapes legacy, weaving narratives of significance, interconnection, and enduring impact. Identity becomes an immortal echo, sung through ages, etching spiritual resonance across the universe. In the quiet solitude where reflections take shape, mirrors become more than mere glass surfaces. They transform into gateways of self-awareness, revealing the intricate layers of our being. Standing before a mirror, we are compelled to confront an undeniable truth. Stripped of illusions, we meet the raw essence of our current selves. It is a moment imbued with both awe and trepidation, as the mirror bears not only our physical form, but articulates the neglected truths we often keep buried. In this poetic reflection, our desires and dreams echo alongside the realities we choose to overlook. As such, mirrors evolve into powerful instruments on the journey toward self-discovery, mapping out the terrain of our innermost thoughts. Beyond the surface lies a deeper introspection. Here, accumulated choices, the scars of past battles, and silent dreams yet to be birthed reveal themselves in form. Embracing these reflections requires a profound honesty, a willingness to face fears and resistances otherwise ignored. This crossroads marks the dawn of transformation as we envision not just the person we are, but the individual we aspire to become. Observing our image with compassion and curiosity, we confront the raw materials necessary for our evolution, setting a course toward personal growth. To embark on this journey requires the courage to embrace unwavering honesty with oneself, a catalyst for profound advancement. Robert Frost once said, "The best way out is always through," and self-honesty serves as our pathfinder through this intricate maze of self. It's about recognizing not only where we stumble, but also where our strengths lie, constructing a balanced understanding without veering into self-deprecation. This sincerity guides us through the psyche's labyrinth, shedding light on avenues previously shrouded in denial. Practicing self-honesty transforms the reflective mirror from a bearer of judgment to a navigational aid for transformation, illuminating routes to self-improvement and fulfillment that were once concealed. The act of navigating one's labyrinthine psyche forms a reflective map, allowing a confrontation with past shadows, an acceptance of unhealed traumas, and a reimagination of narratives no longer serving our development. Standing before our image, steeped in past choices, we are offered a choice: remain tethered to those bygone decisions or rise, bearing new strength from their lessons. The intersection of past and present births new beginnings, enabling us to strip away historical constraints and embrace a future defined by intention and grace. In this daunting yet rewarding journey, the art of compassionate self-reflection emerges as an essential ally. By extending empathy towards our growth, acknowledging the impossibility of perfection, we foster an environment where growth is nurtured rather than withered by self-judgment. Compassion molds the mirror into a mentor, not a critic, heightening understanding and inviting healing. Each glance becomes less a harsh critique than an opportunity for empowerment, transmuting past mistakes into stepping stones for resilience. In treating ourselves with the kindness reserved for others, we reveal new gardens of personal and spiritual development. In vulnerability's embrace lies profound strength, particularly in the quiet confines of reflection. Often misconceived as weakness, vulnerability in the mirror's gaze signifies an openness to authenticity, critical for genuine self-acceptance. We are invited to shed the masks worn as armor, layer by layer, revealing the totality of our being. Such honesty fosters a deeper connection with true selfhood, catalyzing transformative acceptance. The surrender inherent in vulnerability isn't a mark of defeat, but a testament to commitment, a commitment to truth. By cultivating a welcoming space within ourselves, we dialogue with hidden potentials, casting off constraints for a journey toward a balanced existence. Reflections also illuminate innate patterns, those ingrained scripts that unconsciously guide decisions and actions. Recognizing these recurring themes, whether empowering or limiting, is pivotal as they often dictate life's narrative. Mirrors facilitate this revelation, allowing modifications and the construction of more beneficial stories, thereby paving the way for genuine change. Armed with awareness of these patterns, we disrupt detrimental cycles while nurturing those conducive to growth and evolution. The resultant shift embraces new visions, fosters personal progress, and helps us redefine our paths toward self-actualization. Central to this transformative narrative is the reshaping of self-perceptions. Often, the harshest critic is oneself, constraining potential through skewed perspectives. The mirror becomes a tool of reframing, challenging us to transcend perceived limitations. By adjusting our view, we unlock untapped potential and possibilities, transforming the mirror into a portal for imaginative exploration. As perception shifts, we draw nearer to our truth, navigating life with renewed resolve and redefining how we engage with the world. Intention setting in front of a mirror becomes a ritual of commitment, a compass steering the journey ahead. Gazing inwardly, reflective surfaces allow us to look beyond superficial desires, addressing what genuinely calls from within. These moments of quiet reflection deepen understanding and focus, allowing us to articulate realistic and meaningful goals aligning with authenticity. Empowered, we transform aspirations into clear pathways, co-creating a fulfilling journey guided by clarity of purpose and resolve. Boundaries, essential for balance and authenticity, are charted in this reflective space. Often hazy or inconsistent, personal boundaries come into sharper focus, delineating where we end and others begin. This delineation underscores the necessity for self-respect and preservation, fostering an environment conducive to authentic growth. As we assert and honor these boundaries, guided by reflective honesty, the mirror becomes a sanctuary, reminding us to maintain a sacred space for personal cultivation. Acknowledging one's strengths and weaknesses through the reflective lens offers a comprehensive understanding of self. This clarity enables leveraging strengths while actively addressing areas for improvement, embodying a balanced approach to personal development. By identifying these facets with honesty and openness, we map personalized strategies for growth, embracing all dimensions of our being and positioning ourselves for a purposeful journey. Change, an integral constant, requires grace in its navigation. Resistance often meets transformation, yet reflection can become a steadfast guide through these unsettling transitions. The mirror empowers us to embrace change as opportunities for advancement, requiring openness to adapt to the patterns of personal evolution. With resilience, we learn to transition through life's ups and downs with poise, transforming apparent obstacles into dynamic shapers of destiny. Embedded in this reflective exploration is an acceptance of life's impermanence, a truth mirrored in the evolving nature of our own reflections. This acceptance reveals the beauty in life's fleeting moments, inviting a life lived with presence and appreciation. Embracing this notion enriches our experience, urging us to witness each transition as a natural part of the journey rather than a barrier. Thus, we navigate life with intention, guided by this understanding toward more meaningful existential encounters. Bolstered by introspection, emotional resilience grows as the mirror reflects not just our external visage, but the internal emotional landscapes, encouraging constructive engagement with our emotions. We become adept at balancing vulnerability with strength, coping with life's vicissitudes with newfound fortitude and understanding. Embracing emotional resilience transmutes adversities into growth opportunities, strengthening our adaptability and empathy. Crafting a vision for one's future requires a nuanced balance between aspiration and contentment, both reflected in the mirror's gaze. Both elements are essential companions, ensuring that while dreams propel us forward, gratitude and joy tether us to the present. The mirror reflects this duality, guiding us towards an equilibrium where ambitions can flourish alongside fulfillment. In crafting our future's vision, the mirror becomes a canvas of possibility, mapping out the trajectory of our evolution with clarity and intentionality. By articulating and manifesting this vision, we transform dreams into actionable goals, aligning them with authenticity. This visualization not only fosters empowerment, but also equips us with focus, transforming abilities into realized potential and dreams into lived experiences. The silent embrace of reflection enhances this practice, allowing introspection to flourish. Silence becomes a sanctuary in this reflective space, where we can hear the whispers of our soul, untroubled by life's incessant noise. Here, the mirror aids in navigating these inner corridors with calmness and resolve, illuminating guidance hidden beneath distractions. Building upon silence, the mirror acts as a conduit, connecting us to our inner wisdom. This inherent compass demands trust, encouraging confidence and awareness in life's complexities. By engaging with this guidance, we cultivate self-trust, aligning decisions with core truths. In honoring this inner voice, we fortify our ability to navigate life with intention, seeking clarity in both presence and purpose. Balance, too, remains key in cultivating a healthy self-image. Mirrors challenge us to embrace both strengths and imperfections, fostering a nuanced view that celebrates wholeness over unattainable perfection. With balanced self-reflection, we foster acceptance, challenging societal ideals and judgments to build self-compassion. This practice nurtures development, celebrating individuality while paving the way for an authentic existence. Ultimately, self-acceptance forms a refuge, inviting us to embrace ourselves holistically. The mirror becomes a space of affirmation, calling for peace through unreserved acceptance. This acceptance transforms our journey into a continual expression of who we are, unshackled from the need for external validation. By honoring our journey, we immerse in it as both process and destination, culminating in a life beautifully reflective of our true nature. As actions align with core values, mirrors foster a life infused with integrity and purpose, reflecting authenticity. This alignment directs our course, ensuring decisions resonate with inner beliefs and expressions. The act of reflection holds us accountable, consistently steering our journey towards meaningful and intentional engagement with life. Self-discovery, an infinite journey, invites us to constantly evolve and explore our potential. The mirror consistently reflects this unfolding process, encouraging openness to new facets of oneself. Through this reflection, doors to self-renewal and exploration emerge, enriching the lifelong pursuit of personal growth. Embracement of perpetual evolution fuels our quest for knowledge and insight, continually propelling us towards fulfillment. The legacy of self-discovery extends beyond our immediate experience, becoming an enduring imprint of our journey. Mirrors capture this essence of evolution, crafting a narrative that transcends time, inspiring future generations to embark on similar journeys of transformation. By cultivating a legacy imbued with authenticity and purpose, our story echoes through time as a testament to resilience, inviting others to explore their own paths of self-realization. In the culminating embrace of self-discovery, the mirror reflects our transformation into a personal North Star. By becoming both navigator and destination, we embody autonomy and purpose, charting a course aligned with our deepest values. Through this process, the mirror stands as a beacon of guidance, revealing the compass embedded within. Such self-reliance and clarity in direction define a fulfilling and purpose-driven existence, illuminating the essence of who we are truly meant to be. In the gentle unfolding of night, we explore the sacred terrain of willpower, embracing the notion that it is not an innate gift bestowed upon a select few, but a cultivated skill, accessible to all with the patience to nurture it. Society often entrenches itself in the myth that discipline and willpower are rare treasures, the possessions of a privileged few. This belief serves only to create invisible barriers and self-defeating narratives for those striving to enhance their self-control. Yet, like the dedicated study of any art, willpower too demands practice, persistence, and intentional cultivation. Imagine learning to play a musical instrument or mastering a new language. Similarly, developing willpower requires sustained effort and repetition. It echoes Thomas Edison's reflection on genius, being 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Perseverance and a conscious commitment pave the path to transforming discipline from a mystical talent to an achievable reality. Many among us mistakenly imagine that those possessing strong willpower find ease unattainable to others, but the truth is far different. Discipline is not the absence of struggle, but the mastery of resilience, particularly in the face of failure. Acknowledging this truth shifts power back to the individual, reframing discipline from a lofty ideal to a goal within everyone's reach. By adopting this perspective, we embark on a journey where commitment and consistent practice transform willpower into a powerful tool for personal evolution. The gentle rhythm of daily life provides fertile ground for the cultivation of discipline, intertwining routine with the pursuit of this vital skill. Imagine each day as a woven tapestry, where habits lay the foundational threads, creating a cycle of growth through repetition. Consider the humble morning routine as an initiator of disciplined living, harmonizing the mind and body for the challenges ahead. Practices such as meditation, journaling, or brief yet invigorating exercise act as the first brush strokes on the canvas of willpower, nurturing focus and emotional resilience over time. These routines are not restrictive confines, but rather flexible structures, adapting with grace as needed. Discipline flourishes through adaptability, allowing oneself the grace to navigate life thoughtfully. Reflect on the wisdom of Stoics like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, whose routines were marked by deep reflection and profound thought, blended seamlessly with adaptability to their ever-changing environments. The essence of repetition pulses at the heart of discipline, like a river carving its way through stone over time. It is in this persistent flow that our capacity for self-control molds itself anew. Envision each action as a brushstroke in painting the grand masterpiece of discipline. While repetition may initially appear monotonous, its transformative power lies hidden within the subtle growth each iteration nurtures. Repetition offers confidence and predictability, a sense of control over one's own course. Significant breakthroughs, while celebrated in spontaneous moments, often unfurl through sustained effort, underscoring the quiet yet enduring strength of routine. The insights of psychologists like Angela Duckworth emphasize how perseverance, a facet of willpower, forms an essential piece of the puzzle in achieving long-term goals. Through repetition, what once seemed daunting becomes routine, and the seemingly unattainable mountain gradually becomes more manageable. In the pursuit of willpower, failure is not an impasse, but a valuable teacher, shaping our understanding of discipline. Each setback serves as a compass, offering real-time, tangible feedback about our methods, guiding us to refine our approach. The view of failure through this lens diminishes fear and fosters courage, a courage that doesn't shy away when plans falter, but steps forward with renewed resolve. Recognizing failure as a necessary component of growth redefines it as a stepping stone for resilience, rather than a symbol of weakness. Nietzsche's philosophy echoes this sentiment, positing that what doesn't break us strengthens us. Through these trials, lessons are etched into the soul, contributing significantly to our strengthening willpower. Thus, the path to mastery, albeit non-linear, rewards those who embrace failure as an element as essential as any other in the journey of personal evolution. Forgiveness, often mistaken as a gentle act, is indeed a profound demonstration of willpower. In extending forgiveness to ourselves for perceived shortcomings and others for their transgressions, we manifest significant inner strength and self-control. This quiet yet powerful discipline liberates us from the heavy burdens of resentment and self-recrimination, allowing us to proceed with renewed focus and lighter hearts. Through forgiveness, we release the past stronghold, which otherwise drains our mental and emotional resources. This act seamlessly intertwines with the notion of self-compassion, urging us to extend kindness to ourselves as one would to a cherished friend. Recognizing that missteps are intrinsic to the human condition, we approach ourselves with empathy rather than judgment. This transformative practice reinforces the notion that setbacks do not define our being. Embracing forgiveness becomes a practice of freedom, enabling us to be flawed yet resilient, falter yet rise with each new aspiration, unfurling the discipline from within. Willpower and emotional intelligence are threads of a single fabric, each component enhancing and amplifying the other. Emotional intelligence, the aptitude to recognize, comprehend, and manage our emotions, becomes an indispensable part of willpower. By fostering emotional awareness, we hone our capacity to regulate impulsive behaviors, understanding the motives driving our actions. This self-awareness acts as a compass, guiding deliberate choices aligned with our overarching goals. Furthermore, emotional intelligence aids in navigating interpersonal interactions with empathy and discernment, facilitating relationships that reinforce our discipline. A cardinal aspect of emotional intelligence lies in detaching from immediate emotional reactions, creating space for clarity and rationality in decision-making. This practice mirrors the Stoic principle of controlling one's response to external events. Seneca spoke heavily on such control. Developing emotional intelligence significantly enhances our reservoir of willpower, maintaining equanimity amidst life's turbulent waves and challenges. The dynamics of self-control find roots in the intricate landscapes of neuroscience. Understanding these scientific aspects empowers individual refinement of willpower and its effective management. Research by psychologists such as Roy Baumeister reveals that self-control, akin to a muscle, is susceptible to fatigue but capable of growing stronger through use. This concept, often termed ego depletion, highlights how exertion depletes reserves of self-control. Being aware of this allows us to manage energy strategically, prioritizing demanding tasks during periods of peak mental and emotional stamina. Furthermore, scientific inquiry suggests that belief in one's capacity for self-control significantly influences its efficacy. Those who perceive their willpower as boundless often display greater self-control, restoring the influential power of mindset in shaping willpower itself. Armed with these insights, we craft practical tools not just for preserving, but amplifying our willpower, laying robust groundwork for personal transformation. In the symphony of discipline, patience acts as both a conductor and a player, acknowledging the requirement for time and deliberate effort. Patience develops by resisting the allure of immediate gratification, instead favoring enduring satisfaction. This practice enriches our understanding, significantly reducing impulsivity and enhancing sustained focus. Embracing patience equips us to engage with the gentle unfolding of personal growth. As the leaves change colors in autumn's embrace, so too does genuine transformation ask for time and perseverance. Patience finds itself in harmony with mindfulness, inviting us to fully inhabit the present moment rather than rushing toward quick resolutions. Such practice creates expansive time, where urgency gives way to calm deliberation. Inspired by spiritual teachings and diverse philosophical traditions, patience emerges as a guiding principle across manifold paths. By cultivating patience, we forge a solid foundation for discipline, supporting each incremental step's contribution to the eventual achievement of our cherished goals, great or small. The art of delayed gratification, pivotal in the tapestry of disciplined living, teaches us the valuable wisdom of postponing immediate pleasure for greater fulfillment. In a world saturated by instant rewards, learning to prioritize long-term aspirations over short-lived indulgence strengthens our resolve and aligns actions with enduring satisfaction. The practice is akin to planting seeds now for future harvests. It cultivates patience, foresight, and restraint. Whether through saving funds for future investments or prioritizing physical well-being over sedentary lifestyle comforts, committing to delayed gratification yields substantial rewards in due time. The practice finds support in scientific studies, suggesting a strong link between mastery of delayed gratification and increased self-control, heightened academic achievement, and overall emotional well-being. Through mastering this discipline, we ground ourselves in the present moment, tethered to future visions, ever steadily progressing toward our aspirations. Commitment, as the driving force behind discipline, stands as a steadfast anchor amidst trials and tribulations. This unwavering dedication to remain on our chosen path does not thrive on sheer willpower, but is rooted in the resolve to embody one's own principles and fulfill personal goals. Through conscious commitment, intentions become solidified, guiding us toward transforming fleeting resolutions into enduring practices. Exemplified in stories of athletes, entrepreneurs, and scholars, their commitment underlies remarkable feats achieved through tenacity and purpose. Commitment transcends initial enthusiasm, carrying individuals through moments of doubt and difficulty. Fed by clarity and purpose, this steadfast dedication fuels resilience and reinforces discipline. Aligning core values and aspirations with our commitments cultivates a disciplined lifestyle, where commitment acts like a beacon, lighting the path even as it turns steep and arduous. In embracing and curating an empowering environment, we acknowledge the profound influence of external factors on our ability to cultivate and sustain discipline. By intentionally organizing spaces, relationships, and routines, we create conditions conducive to growth and discipline. Eliminating distractions and minimizing temptations serve as the foundation for focused, deliberate living. This notion aligns with nudging in behavioral economics, where small environmental changes lead to significant shifts in behavior. From designing productive workspaces to surrounding ourselves with uplifting individuals and aligning our daily routines with our goals, crafting empowering environments enhances our capacity to maintain discipline amidst life's challenges. By controlling what we can, we establish a sanctuary where discipline thrives, reinforcing our commitment to personal development and aligning actions with our highest intentions. Self-reflection, drawing from the wellspring of personal growth, becomes a disciplined habit that refines understanding and sharpens willpower. Regular introspection allows us to assess actions, motivations, and progress with clarity and objectivity. This practice fosters greater self-awareness, unveiling areas in need of refinement and highlighting strengths. Through introspective practices such as journaling and meditation, we evoke moments of pause and insight, examining thoughts and emotions non-judgmentally. By valuing continuous learning and adaptation, self-reflection fortifies a disciplined mindset that refines our journey. This practice mirrors teachings from philosophers and spiritual leaders, advocating for the transformative power of inward exploration. Embracing this discipline, we align actions with core values, a process that reveals clarity and a deeper understanding, transcending surface-level desires. Celebrating small wins stands as a cornerstone in cultivating discipline, serving as the motivational catalyst to propel us toward greater aspirations. Recognizing and appreciating incremental achievements build momentum, reinforcing the behaviors contributing to sustained growth. This practice encourages a presence in the moment, fostering gratitude and resilience rather than becoming lost in distant goals. Acknowledging small wins anchors us in the present, recognizing the full journey's contribution rather than fixating on single, sweeping achievements. These celebrations, whether simple or significant, reinforce the habits leading to immediate and long-term satisfaction. Through valuing effort and honoring milestones, discipline morphs into an enriching practice, transforming each accomplishment into evidence of growth and resilience. Encounters with designated accountability partners magnify this growth, cultivating an external framework of consistency and responsibility. Role models and mentors weave themselves into the tapestry of disciplined living, offering wisdom, guidance, and light along the path. Serving as living examples, these figures embody what we aspire to cultivate, offering wisdom born from dedication and perseverance. Through their lived experiences, role models illuminate pathways to success, sharing insights gained through steadfast effort. Mentors, meanwhile, offer personalized support, helping in refining approaches and nurturing accountability. This influence, rooted in shared knowledge and mutual encouragement, strengthens both our actions and resolve. Choosing role models and mentors that resonate with our values enriches discipline through support, immersing us in a continuum of growth where discipline flourishes through shared wisdom. Mindfulness, akin to a gentle breeze, serves as a tool for observing thoughts, emotions, and impulses with clarity and non-reactivity. Cultivating mindfulness empowers us to live deliberately, reducing impulsivity, enhancing self-regulation, and fostering emotional resilience. Through practices like meditation and breathing exercises, mindfulness sharpens awareness, fostering purposeful decision-making. Like a ship navigating the sea, mindfulness nurtures an internal compass, transforming waves of uncertainty into guided choices and disciplined actions. Infusing discipline with self-care enriches the root of willpower, creating resilience and energy. By attending holistically to our physical, emotional, and mental well-being, we lay fertile ground for discipline amidst life's challenges. Self-care practices, seen not as indulgences, but vital to stability, acknowledge the interconnectedness of body, mind, and spirit. These practices support discipline by replenishing resources of mental clarity and emotional strength. This nurturing approach aligns with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, emphasizing fundamental well-being in pursuing higher goals. Prioritizing self-care fosters an enriched environment where discipline becomes a balanced and sustainable approach to personal growth, nurturing the pursuit of excellence through compassion for oneself. In the orchestration between procrastination and disciplined action, we confront the common obstacle to discipline through strategic intervention. Procrastination arises from fear, overwhelm, or ambiguity, each addressed through discipline and proactive engagement. The principle of eating the frog, tackling critical tasks first, reframes our perception of challenge, transforming inertia into momentum and uncertainty into decisive progress. By nurturing disciplined action, we recast our narratives, shifting from delay to deliberate engagement. Balance, the interplay between discipline and flexibility, is essential in sustaining growth and well-being. Just as ecosystems thrive through equilibrium, the harmonious relationship between intentional discipline and adaptability creates a lifestyle supporting purpose and fulfillment. Discipline provides structure, while flexibility introduces responsiveness, guiding us through dynamic challenges and celebrating adaptability. Drawing inspiration from nature and philosophical teachings, balance becomes a wisdom-driven approach, harmonizing willpower with life's evolving needs. The language of discipline, shaped through self-talk and affirmations, significantly influences thoughts, emotions, and subsequent actions. This intentional internal dialogue empowers discipline by aligning thoughts with goals, reinforcing perseverance. Affirmations anchor our intentions firmly in reality, transforming doubt into confidence. By nurturing positive self-talk, we cultivate an internal environment of encouragement, embracing both the process and outcome with resilience. Aligning values with disciplined choices creates authenticity and coherence, fostering a seamless integration between intention and action. Clarifying core values guides our decisions, emphasizing fulfillment and transcending external validation. Aligning values fosters a lifestyle where each action becomes an embodiment of aspirations and principles. This introspective practice encourages exploration and boundary setting, cultivating a disciplined identity that reflects and protects genuine expression. A commitment to lifelong learning remains at the heart of discipline, nurturing curiosity and adaptability. It promotes growth through knowledge and experience, contrasting stagnation and championing kaizen, or continuous improvement. Embracing knowledge fuels resilience and discipline, enriching our pursuits with each insight. This ever-evolving mindset invites change and opportunity, constructing a disciplined mind open to learning, fostering transformation through intentional growth. Chapter 9. You must outgrow your old life. In the quiet hours of reflection, we find ourselves on the cusp of a journey that is both daunting and awe-inspiring, the journey of outgrowing the old life that has cradled us in its familiar embrace. Growth, the silent artisan of transformation, whispers an invitation to transcend the boundaries of our current existence. This metamorphosis, akin to a tree shedding its leaves in the autumnal winds, signifies a leap of faith into the unknown, trusting that each discarded leaf is a harbinger of spring's renewal. The act of outgrowing one's old life is not adorned with the sharpness of rejection, but rather the grace of evolution. It is an acknowledgement that the fertile soil of our past selves has nourished us until this moment, now beckoning us to explore further horizons. This path is not without its challenges. It demands courage to acknowledge the constraints of bygone patterns that have encircled our potential like tendrils. Yet, in relinquishing the confines of familiarity, we do not abandon the past, but integrate its teachings into the fabric of our evolving narrative. This journey demands the shedding of what no longer serves our soul's evolution. Like the serpent that sheds its skin, we too must relinquish outdated mindsets and enmeshed relationships that tether us to the past. Initially, letting go may seem like abandoning a vessel of security, yet it is a pivotal stride toward unfurling our fullest potential. Each layer cast aside is a testament to the unfolding self, tuned to a deeper resonance of authenticity. Our path is deeply personal, often solitary. The landscape of change may not be understood by those around us, echoing the solitude of an artist clearing a canvas for new works of expression. In this solitude, we engage in the alchemy of reflection and decision-making, appraising each facet of our life for alignment with our growth. This discernment creates an environment conducive to embracing the unknown, with a heart open to new learnings and experiences that forge the path to self-realization. Resistance arises as a steadfast companion to evolution. Born as a magnetic pull towards comfort zones, it is the ego's incessant plea to maintain status quo. Yet, when perceived as a guide rather than a barrier, resistance reveals the areas most ripe for personal evolution. By engaging with resistance through curiosity and openness, we cultivate the resilience necessary to transcend stagnation, transforming the uncomfortable into an ally guiding us toward greater heights. In this journey, grief walks beside us, a constant reminder of growth's inherent duality. This companion, far from merely embodying sadness, encompasses a spectrum of emotions that dignify the endings our progress demands. It is the gentle acknowledgement of change, serving as a tender homage to what once was, as we pivot towards the promise of what can be. By granting space for grief, we engage in the necessary release of past attachments, allowing it to teach the heart compassion, fortitude, and the alchemy of turning loss into transformative energy. Courage emerges as our conduit for embracing life's inherent uncertainty. The unknown is a territory rich with possibilities and discoveries about our inner strengths and untapped potential. To witness courage is to work through fear, moving forward with conviction despite its presence. As we relinquish the comfort of the familiar anchor, we open ourselves to an ocean of potential, trusting that each uncharted course holds the promise of growth and enrichment. Self-compassion becomes essential when faced with moments of vulnerability along this path. It is the gentle balm, a whisper that softens the harsh edges of self-doubt, allowing for imperfections and flaws to coexist within the journey of becoming. Self-compassion transforms the trials of growth from punitive pursuits into compassionate discoveries, affirming our efforts and guiding us back to the path with empathy and patience. Mindfulness is our compass in this transformative voyage, anchoring us in the present moment amidst life's changes. It affords the clarity to engage deeply with each step of our journey, observing the ever-shifting landscape without judgment. This awareness fosters emotional regulation, allowing us to discern patterns, beliefs, and behaviors in need of transformation while cultivating an internal equilibrium that supports mindful action aligned with our aspirations. As the tapestry of personal growth unfurls, it becomes vital to release attachments to the past. To ease the grip on security, for the dance of life invites us to stay nimble and open to new horizons. Change is woven into the fabric of existence, inviting us to cultivate a mindset of adaptability and curiosity. Through this lens, the unknown transforms from a source of trepidation into a realm of opportunity, where life's myriad possibilities unfold. In embracing change, we harvest the wisdom of experiences past, integrating their lessons into an evolving narrative that honors the journey traveled while illuminating the road ahead. This synthesis of experience is not a tether to history, but a beacon of resilience and insight, guiding our steps with the wisdom of past trials and triumphs, extending the foundation for future endeavors. The power of letting go liberates us from the past's constraints, offering freedom to greet the present with an open heart, unencumbered by history's narratives. This act is not a dismissal, but an acknowledgement of the past's lessons, releasing its hold to foster a receptiveness to new experiences and growth. In its nuance, letting go facilitates the birthing of a new chapter, encouraging transformation by creating space for renewal and boundless opportunities. This integration of past lessons into present action becomes a source of empowerment, where the fragmented pieces of our journey coalesce into a tapestry rich with guidance. Through reflection, the wisdom embedded in past experiences informs our evolving path, fostering resilience and grace as enhancements to our personal evolution. As change remains the constant companion, embracing its inevitability is crucial for growth. When viewed not as a disruption, but as a catalyst for development, change becomes a formidable ally. This shift in perspective welcomes resilience and openness into our unfolding journey, inviting life's shifts to be met with grace and an adaptable spirit poised to embrace new opportunities. Ultimately, embracing the unfolding of our potential is akin to engaging with a continuous, ever-evolving journey. It is a testament to the willingness to explore and discover the depth of possibilities inherent within our being. Each step is a reminder of the larger unfolding, a harmonious dance between growth and change, where each moment is an invitation to delve into the mystery of transformation. This narrative, crafted through the lens of mindfulness, compassion, and courage, serves as a living document guiding our evolution. As we embrace this journey's rhythm, we find solace in the understanding that growth is a quest of reverence and grace, inviting us to become who we were too timid to be, expanding into the vast expanse of our becoming with each step forward. Routines carve the architecture of our existence, brick by brick, shaping a foundation for the person we are yet to become. In the quiet cadence of repetitive actions, we discover the pathway to our future selves. Often, we underestimate the power held in the small, consistent steps we take daily, how each seemingly mundane detail contributes to the grand mosaic of our lives. To reach the heights of our aspirations, we must examine our routines with discerning eyes, ensuring they elevate rather than confine us. With mindfulness as our guiding star, we review the habits that compose our days, stripping away the actions that serve no purpose, replacing them with deliberate choices that echo our truest values. Crafting such routines is not an unconscious drift, but a strategic design, a blueprint in the silent hours of dawn or the reflective quiet of dusk, penciling the silhouette of the self we wish to emerge. The morning, far more than a mere transition from night's embrace to day's tasks, stands as a sacred ritual. In the world still awakening, there exists an unparalleled potential for reflection and renewal. By embracing these hours with intention, we prepare our mind, fortify the spirit, and instill resilience in our hearts for the challenges ahead. Morning should transcend beyond a burst of activity and become a sacred pause, a mindful acknowledgement of the self we are shaping. Within this ritual lies a wellspring of possibility, offering clarity and purpose. Start with gratitude, laying the cornerstone of a purposeful day. Let meditation and intention setting shape the direction of your actions, be it through quiet reflection or gentle movement. Morning, thus framed, becomes a canvas upon which calm and clarity paint a path of resilience that carries you through life's unpredictable ebbs and flows. As night draws its velvet curtain, we are gifted with another invaluable opportunity for introspection. This is a time not only for rest, but for reflection upon the day's journey and contemplation of tomorrow's promise. In the tranquility of night, the mind finds space to heal and renew, casting away burdens and welcoming realized lessons. Engage in a nightly conversation with the self, where successes and failures are recorded in the pages of reflection. Allow this practice to cleanse the soul, sweeping away remnants of regret and sowing seeds of hope. Each reflection becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, anchoring our lives in a state of perpetual learning and adaptation, ever aligning with the compass guiding our personal journey. Life unfolds in transitions, not abrupt shifts, and true fulfillment is found in crafting those transitions mindfully. Embrace the moments between tasks as sacred spaces of recalibration, allowing each to flow naturally into the next. This requires an awareness and presence that turns life into a harmonious symphony attuned to our deeper desires. The art of transition emerges when we honor each phase of the day with intent, creating pockets of peace amid chaos. As you move through the day, breathe into the moments you have, relinquishing any urgency that accompanies change. Let the pauses reset and realign your mind and heart with your ideals. Through this rhythm, we liberate ourselves from the pressing need for relentless productivity, fostering appreciation for the present and a cadence that elevates each experience. Our environments play a pivotal role in shaping our lives, far more than mere backdrops. They possess power to influence our thoughts and behaviors, prompting a shift toward growth. Creating spaces that reflect our ideals calls for intentional design, stripping down to simplicity, elegance, and purpose. Our space should rejuvenate, a sanctuary fostering introspection and creativity. Fill it with objects of meaning and remove distractions that siphon energy. Let natural light, calming colors, and an infusion of nature breathe harmony. Thus, our environment becomes a stage that echoes daily intentions, nurturing an uplifting ambiance in which the future self can unfurl. In a cacophony of noise, profound strength is uncovered in silence. Silence is imbued with presence, offering clarity. Here, disconnected from life's clamor, we unveil an inner fortitude. Seek these moments, carving silence into day's fabric, where the mind rests and listens to its intuition. Silence becomes the realm in which the authentic voice emerges, free from expectations. Within this embrace, clarity and purpose meet, guiding us to truths deeply rooted in experience. The backbone of meaningful success is self-discipline, a skill honed over time. It is not about deprivation, but rather aligning actions with long-term objectives. Through self-discipline, we learn the value of delayed gratification and consistency. Cultivate this virtue by setting clear goals and breaking them into achievable tasks. Celebrate efforts, nurturing the mind's association with intrinsic rewards. Surround yourself with visions and affirmations that reinforce your resolve. In viewing self-discipline as a journey, you transform it into a conscious choice, a seamless thread in daily routines that builds resilience against adversity. Emotional resilience is the art of navigating life's emotional landscape while remaining rooted in self-essence. We must incorporate practices that empower the emotional body to withstand storms and flourish. Embrace emotions, using mindful practices like meditation to create tranquil centers amid turmoil. Cultivate gratitude to foster a perspective of abundance. Engage in creative expression or solitude to honor your truth, forging resilience that not only survives, but thrives. Inculcating these practices into routines crafts a strength woven through with vibrant emotion and experience. Equally important is the ritual of recharging. Restoration is vital, acknowledging our need for balance between work and renewal. Without deliberate rejuvenation, efforts become unsustainable. Infuse your routine with rest, be it through mindfulness, yoga, or simply being still. Emphasize tranquility's power, recognizing its capacity to replenish creativity and strength. In such restoration, progress and peace are not opposites, but interwoven strands in life's fabric. Mindful consumption recognizes that what we ingest, food, media, ideas, shapes who we are. Choose nourishment that aligns with values, recognizing its impact on mood, cognition, and performance. Curate media that enlightens, fueling the mind with positivity. In mindful consumption, balance acknowledges the interconnectedness of body, mind, and spirit, charting a course toward evolution. Incorporate creative rituals, for creativity ignites joy and fulfillment, offering possibilities beyond limitation. These moments, free of expectation, enrich life with beauty and innovation. Whether through writing or problem-solving, explore and transform dreams into vibrant reality. Creativity reveals new ways of seeing, enhancing adaptability. It fosters a spirit primed for sculpting a future that's vibrant and visionary. Fostering enriching social routines reminds us of the power of community bonds. Prioritize authenticity and shared growth, creating joy and purpose. Engage regularly with those who inspire, cultivating deep connections. Participate in group practices that foster growth, reinforcing these networks. Relationships mirror the emotional and intellectual fabric of our lives. Through enriching routines, we nurture mutual light essential for illumination. Movement stands as a celebration of life, an expression of joy and vitality. Integrating movement into routines revitalizes both body and spirit. Choose activities that resonate inwardly, embracing them as a joyful extension of being. Movement, in embracing nature's rhythm, enriches all aspects of existence, laying down a foundation of wellness and joy. Schedule solitude for connecting deeper with oneself, free from external influences. Solitude is not isolation, but dialogue with the core self, fostering understanding of motivations and fears. Regular solitude moments allow clarity to flourish, ensuring actions align authentically. Through this sacred refuge, the future self unfolds, rooted in wisdom. Mindfulness imbues mundane tasks with meaning, transforming routines into practices of presence. By attending fully to each task, we find beauty in the overlooked, savoring the now. Approach chores as mindful rituals, elevating them to sacred engagements. This practice ensures life is experienced fully, reflecting the moment's inherent wisdom. Align routines with purpose-driven goals, ensuring each act advances growth and fulfillment. Identify values and goals, and sculpt routines supporting them, integrating small, reflective actions. As routines echo purpose, life becomes a dance with destiny, empowering a future vibrant with meaning and intention. Harness technology with intention, using it to elevate and connect while aligning it with personal values. Be mindful of digital engagement, ensuring it enhances rather than detracts. Set boundaries. Intersperse technology-free time, maintaining a harmonious blend of connectivity and presence. This careful curation fosters balance between external digital interaction and inner exploration. Understanding and respecting natural rhythms aligns us with life's greater cycles. Observe nature's cycles, integrating them into routines for harmony. Align activities with natural phases, engaging in rhythm with energy peaks. By tuning into nature's wisdom, routines become an embodiment of life's inherent cadence. In the art of balance, work and play find their sacred spaces within routines, recognize each's necessity, intertwining them to ground and fulfill. This equilibrium between productivity and leisure nurtures creativity and joy, guiding a future that integrates both passion and harmony. Rituals of gratitude and giving transform routines into celebrations of connection and purpose. Through gratitude, we nurture resilience, extending its joy outward in acts of giving. This practice infuses life with light, shaping a future grounded in abundant possibility. Patience, a powerful virtue, transforms routines into inquiries of growth, embracing the journey. Apply patience by understanding obstacles as nourishing lessons. By adopting a contemplative pace, embrace the transformative power that awaits, nurturing growth mirrored in nature's gentle rhythm. Change is constant, yet routines can help navigate it gracefully, fostering resilience and openness. Incorporate adaptability into practices, embracing shift as an invitation to growth. Through flexible routines, view transitions as sacred, enriched by understanding. Above all, honor the self with rituals of self-care, vital maintenance for continued growth. These acts become integral to nurturing the future self with strength and clarity. By embedding self-care, transform life into an expression of love. Ultimately, routines echo into the future, shaping the life we envision. In aligning today's habits with our highest self, we craft a future rich with purpose. By clarifying and adhering to these principles, the reality of tomorrow unfolds in harmony with our truest expression, fostering a life of authenticity and fulfillment. In life, our standards serve as unseen pillars guiding us, shaping the silent resonance to which our souls dance. These benchmarks, whether consciously or unconsciously observed, whisper the lessons of self-worth, tracing the outlines of our existence with invisible ink. Many tread paths that, although familiar and comforting, lead them quietly away from growth, beguiled by the allure of mediocrity. A stagnant spirit risks being bound by self-imposed limits, blind to the heights it's meant to scale. Thus we find ourselves compelled to visit our standards once more, not for vain perfectionism, but for genuine growth, attuned deeply to our highest values and our most profound truths. Elevating our standards is an endeavor of self-discovery, an earnest call to live authentically, congruent with those deepest principles we hold dear. It is a shedding of the illusions that obscure our potential, allowing truths to rise unencumbered by deceit. In this sacred act of self-examination, we redefine what is acceptable in relationships, uncover new truths in our environments, and set the compass anew towards a life aligned with our true selves. Standards thus become navigational stars, guiding explorers across the vast oceans of life's complexities. With every standard we set, we reflect self-worth, an intricate tapestry woven from beliefs about what life owes us and what we owe it. When we raise these standards, we signal to both ourselves and the universe that we are deserving of more respect, more love, more fulfillment. Conversely, settling for less weaves a narrative of unworthiness, a tale far too often told, yet never true. Our perception of self-worth affects the choices we make and the energies we attract, casting the mold in which our lives take shape. To instill standards aligned with our intrinsic worth is to craft a framework for happiness, ensuring our actions reflect our deepest values. To live by these heightened standards necessitates courage, a courage that confronts fears and breaks the cycle of complacency. It is a journey alongside the world, not around it, where interaction becomes an art of demanding respect in relationships and seeking environments that nurture the spirit. This transformation reshapes all interactions with life itself, demanding authenticity and unyielding respect for our true selves, propelling us towards a destiny unshackled from self-imposed limitations. Elevating personal expectations ushers in this change, posing questions of what is truly acceptable in our lives. This shift emerges from honest introspection, conjuring dreams far larger than those once held and pushing boundaries of the narratives that limit us. These elevated expectations are not selfish. They honor potential with profound respect, nurtured by discipline and purposeful action. By relentlessly pursuing excellence, we align growth with aspiration, transforming dissatisfaction into proactive tranquility. In this endeavor, we tread the delicate balance between ambition and peaceful satisfaction. Without this equilibrium, ambition swiftly transforms into discontent, casting shadows where light should dance. Yet, when balanced with contentment, ambition leads not to endless striving for validation, but to joyous, self-actualizing journeys. This balance offers the ability to see beauty in each moment, cultivating fulfillment while continually reaching for new heights. As ambition and contentment unite, they create a cycle where each fuels and fortifies the other, creating a harmonious pursuit of dreams. The inevitable missteps along this path invite us to reframe our perception of failures. Failures, often seen as halting points, are merely lessons cloaked in disguise, each nuance echoing the truth found within them. By embracing these with grace and gratitude, fear transforms into curiosity, judgment into self-compassion, a cornerstone of resilience that fosters growth from within. This shift is not complacency, but an embrace of humanity in our striving, allowing mistakes to be the stepping stones they are meant to be. In crafting elevated standards, the establishment of boundaries is crucial. Boundaries serve not as barriers, but as sacred demarcations, curating safe spaces for authenticity to blossom. They protect us from external negativity and our own self-sabotaging tendencies, safeguarding the journey of growth. These boundaries are cultivated through introspection, manifested through clear communication and assertiveness, not out of fear, but out of profound love for our continued expansion. Alongside this personal commitment, the wisdom of the ancients offers a guiding light. The teachings of Stoicism, Buddhism, and other spiritual philosophies provide grounding principles that transcend time. Engaging with this wisdom grounds us firmly, guided not by fleeting trends, but by enduring truths. Through these teachings, we anchor our standards, fostering resilience in the face of life's tempests and nurturing virtue through mindful living. Yet, in the elevation of our own standards, we are called to practice humility and respect for the journeys of others. Each path is uniquely shaped by personal experiences and aspirations, deserving of our empathy and mutual respect. By grounding our elevated self-expectations in an understanding of shared humanity, we create an environment of mutual growth, a community enriched by diversity and bound by compassionate understanding. This journey, though deeply personal, has a profound collective impact. As we demand more from life, we do so not from a place of arrogance, but from a recognition of vast potential. This journey calls us to defy the comfortable limitations we find ourselves confined within. affirming our worthiness of deeper joy, success, and love. It is an act of bold self-authorship that heralds a future defined not by settled expectations, but by the pursuit of a life lived fully. Amidst this pursuit, acknowledging the integral role of our environment becomes essential. The spaces and social landscapes we inhabit shape our standards, mirroring and molding the world we experience. To thrive, we must consciously curate environments that elevate, surrounding ourselves with conditions and communities that support our loftiest goals and aspirations. Our journey is intertwined with the fabric of those around us. Thus, in empowering ourselves, we naturally empower others. By embodying authenticity, integrity, and courage, we become beacons guiding others, nurturing collective growth toward shared ideals. Recognizing this communal influence, we accept the responsibility to uplift rather than judge, fostering networks of empathy and shared transcendence. Through this collective empowerment emerges a depth of resilience, a foundation upon which elevated standards persist even amid adversity. This resilience is forged through mental agility and inner fortitude, transforming challenges into crucibles for growth. In adversity, we learn not merely to endure, but to thrive, harnessing each storm's energies to propel us toward a steadfast commitment to elevated living. Consistent effort supports this commitment, ensuring ambitions are met with persistence and patience. Recognizing transformation as a cumulative process secures our standards within the fabric of daily existence, translating aspiration into tangible, progressive reality. Through small, deliberate actions, each day becomes a step in the journey, each effort a building block toward monumental achievement. In this endeavor, faith in the process endorses our perseverance, infusing each moment with purpose. This trust allows the beauty of uncertainty to unfold, embracing challenges as natural components of the unfolding narrative. Faith translates aspirations into present actions, bypassing the paralysis of needing immediate certainty with a confident stride on the path of life. Finally, we arrive at the quiet sanctuaries of reflection and silence, grounding our elevated standards in reflective clarity. In silent introspection, the noise of the external world dissolves, allowing deep truths to emerge. Reflection aligns our actions with intentions, nurturing a purposeful existence where every day is imbued with meaning, infusing our journey with genuine fulfillment. In the tapestry of life, our standards are woven not for transient accolades, but for a lived experience steeped in authenticity, a sacred commitment to the continual elevation of self and space toward a harmonious and enlightened future. Bound by compassion and guided by wisdom, we walk alongside the cadence of timeless truths, crafting lives worthy of the potential held tenderly within our grasp. As the sun rises on the horizon of your newfound self, you stand at the threshold of a transformational journey, complete, yet ever beginning. Resilience is no longer a mere aspiration. It is the embodiment of who you have become. Each struggle from the past has woven a tapestry of fortitude, each moment of despair and triumph intricately knitted together to create a foundation that is unshakable. The path was neither straight nor easy, but it was necessary. With each step, you have cultivated an inner strength that is deep, not loud, a quiet power that is visible to none and sensed by all. This resilience does not mean you will never face storms again. Rather, it means you have discovered an anchor within, unbending and unyielding. Picture a tree that has weathered countless seasons, its roots now so deeply embedded that even the fiercest storm cannot uproot it. This is you. Each difficulty that once threatened to break you has instead taught you more about your own capacity. Today, you are no longer the person who fears the storm, but one who understands its necessity for growth and transformation. You have emerged not just surviving, but thriving, rooted deeply in the soil of your experiences. Pain, once a bitter companion, has become the crucible in which your strength was forged. Endurance is not merely a passive survival tactic. It is a diligent alchemy, transforming raw suffering into pure capability. It's about taking the heat of life's challenges and refining it into the gold of wisdom and inner fortitude. Each scar, seen and unseen, is a testament to your courageous process, a map charting the metamorphosis from fragility to robust strength. No longer is pain something to avoid, but rather a respected teacher instructing in the art of becoming. Through this transformation lies perhaps the most profound gift you can give yourself. By facing your difficulties head-on, you allow yourself to transmute suffering into a potent force. This process enables you to transform what was once a burden into a source of empowerment, enriching your character and expanding your capability. This is the essence of not just surviving life's tribulations, but thriving through them, becoming a stronger, more compassionate self. Your past pains now fuel your present strength, giving you the resilience to withstand what lies ahead with unwavering confidence. Within this journey, your inner voice, once a harsh critic, has become a compassionate coach, with words that motivate rather than disparage. This voice of inner dialogue plays an instrumental role in shaping who you are becoming and who you wish to continue to be. In reclaiming this dialogue, it shifts from being destructive to constructive, guiding your steps with affirmative narratives and compassionate reflections. When storms arise, this voice becomes your anchor, reminding you of the strength that lies within and the journey you have traversed. Harnessing the power of your inner dialogue is akin to mastering a powerful tool. It requires vigilance and intention, ensuring the stories you tell yourself align with the person you strive to be. This conscious recalibration of your internal narrative transforms not only how you view yourself, but also how you interact with the world around you. Through this dialogue, you develop a resilient mindset, one that acknowledges your human flaws and embraces your limitless potential. As you listen, learn, and love this voice, the person who never breaks again becomes your living truth, steadfast in the face of life's uncertainties. Embracing resilience also requires the wisdom to release what no longer serves you. In the gentle act of letting go, there is tremendous grace and unmatched strength. We often bind ourselves to past hurts and obsolete identities, creating shackles out of familiarity and fear. But true resilience is found in the space created by release, where old weights are lifted and new possibilities take root. Letting go is not a passive act of surrender. It is a courageous liberation of the soul, freeing you to move forward unburdened. This process of letting go symbolizes the shedding of an old skin, a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. The fears, the uncertainties, and the pains that once held sway over your existence gradually lose their grip as you step into the vast potential of uncharted growth. In letting go, you allow yourself to embrace change, understanding that it is an essential aspect of life's continuous cycle. This acceptance fuels your resilience, enabling you to adapt, grow, and thrive in an ever-changing world. The past becomes a part of your narrative, not a shackle, as you embrace each new chapter with curiosity and courage. At the heart of an unbreakable spirit are the rituals and disciplines that shape your daily life, serving as the scaffolding of your strength. These are the practices that ground you, infusing daily existence with purpose and intention. Soulful disciplines such as meditation, journaling, and mindful movement cultivate a rhythm of balance and resilience. They become the steady pulse of a heart committed to growth. Consistency nurtures a sanctuary where your spirit can renew itself and draw strength for the days ahead. Creating and honoring these rituals is not a chore, but a love letter to your future self, a commitment to being the best version of yourself you can possibly be. They anchor you in the present moment, allowing you to experience life more fully and with greater awareness. This commitment to daily practice ensures resilience is an ingrained part of your being, ready to support you in moments of challenge or indecision. Through these practices, you set the stage for continuous personal evolution, as each day is an opportunity to strengthen and renew the unbreakable spirit within. In the landscape of inner resilience, boundaries are not walls but gateways to freedom and self-respect. Establishing healthy boundaries is a profound act of love towards oneself, defining what is sacred in the ecosystem of your life. They are declarations of self-worth, affirming that your time, energy, and emotions are valuable. These self-imposed limits ensure that you give from a place of abundance, not depletion, safeguarding your inner peace and allowing the fortress of resilience to expand beyond its foundations. Understanding and implementing boundaries is an evolving art, one that respects both your needs and those of others. As you redefine these boundaries, you do so with the awareness that saying no is not a rejection, but an affirmation of what is truly essential. In boundaries, you find clarity and strength to align with your values and priorities, creating space for what truly matters. This understanding keeps you grounded, allowing your life to flourish within the protective embrace of boundaries that nurture and sustain the resilient spirit you have become. Solitude, once feared, is now cherished as a wellspring of inner strength and understanding. In moments of aloneness, you find the opportunity to commune with your innermost self, to listen to the whispers of your heart amid silence. Embracing solitude is not synonymous with isolation. Rather, it is the intentional retreat into introspection, where life's distractions fade and you meet the essence of your own being. Here, resilience is quietly reinforced and the bonds of self-reliance are solidified. In solitude, the mind finds clarity and the soul finds peace. This is where creativity flourishes, where insights gently unfurl, and where the seeds of self-compassion are sown in the fertile soil of stillness. Solitude enables you to step back and view your life from a broader perspective, understanding your journey and your purpose more deeply. It is in these quiet moments that you fortify the essence of who you are, ensuring that when the world calls upon your strength, you are more than ready to respond with a heart that is both full and resilient. Living unbroken means anchoring yourself in timeless values that transcend ephemeral goals and societal pressures. Values such as integrity, compassion, and humility serve as your compass, guiding you through the maze of life's complexities. Unlike transient achievements, these core values endure the test of time, providing a stable foundation upon which your resilient character is built. In staying true to these virtues, you cultivate an inner strength that remains unfazed by external chaos or internal doubt. This is the essence of living a life of alignment, where your actions reflect the values you hold dear. When faced with challenges, these values serve as beacons, illuminating the path forward with clarity and purpose. Saying yes to what aligns with your values and no to what doesn't strengthens your resolve, ensuring that your spirit remains unbreakable in the face of adversity. Deciding to live by these values is not a one-time resolution, but a continuous commitment to embodying resilience with each decision, each moment, and each interaction. The journey toward becoming unbreakable is deeply intertwined with the legacy you wish to leave. Legacy is not merely grand achievements or accolades. It is the imprint of your character upon the world. It is your values, your kindness, and your resilience that form the threads of your enduring impact. By living each day with intentionality, you weave a tapestry of legacy that reflects who you truly are, an expression of the soul's journey towards strength and compassion. Creating a legacy begins with envisioning the future you wish to shape, with every action forming a chapter in the story of your life. It is a commitment to living a life that aligns with your aspirations and values. As you craft this legacy, remember that it is written not in the sands of time, but in the hearts of those you touch, the lives you influence, and the worlds you help change. Your legacy stands as a testament to your journey, a living reminder of your strength in never breaking, and an inspiration for others to find their own path to resilience. There is a sanctuary within, a place where self-compassion reigns supreme, offering refuge from the harsher judgments of the world. Self-compassion is not indulgence, but acknowledgement, a gentle honesty that embraces all facets of the human experience. It is the understanding that mistakes are not failures, but ways of learning, a reminder to treat yourself with the kindness you freely offer others. In this inner haven of compassion, resilience is not forced but allowed to naturally grow and expand. Cultivating self-compassion involves nurturing patience and understanding within yourself, recognizing that resilience is as much about rest as it is about courage. Here, forgiveness becomes a balm for self-recrimination, encouraging growth without guilt. This nurturing extends far beyond self-kindness. It spills outward, fostering deeper connections and empathy towards others. As you envelop yourself in compassion, you bolster your resilience against life's storms. For the spirit allowed to flourish in kindness becomes the spirit that is truly unbreakable. Authenticity, the unapologetic embrace of self, forms a cornerstone of lasting resilience. When you stand firm in your truth, without pretense or facade, you draw strength from being unapologetically yourself. This genuine expression becomes armor, shielding you against external judgments and internal doubts. Authentic living invites courage, requiring you to shed societal masks and speak from the heart. Living authentically means embracing vulnerability as a source of strength, expressing your true voice without fear of rejection. It is an unwavering commitment to walking the path that resonates with your spirit. In choosing authenticity, you simplify life, freeing yourself from the burden of living up to others' expectations. This liberation strengthens your resilience, allowing you to face challenges with courage and confidence. For authenticity is not a destination, but an unwavering journey of self-discovery and self-acceptance. Your truth, when fully expressed, becomes an undeniable force, reinforcing an unbreakable spirit prepared to meet life in all its complexities. Consistency, the steady beat of a determined heart, forms the backbone of personal resilience. It is not the flash of a single moment, but the consistent efforts that pave the path to lasting strength. By committing to regular practices, actions, and thoughts that mirror your aspirations, you cultivate a framework in which resilience naturally unfolds. Consistency reinforces your goals, ensuring that over time, aspirations transform into achievements. Embracing consistency involves more than routine. It requires dedication and intention. By maintaining a rhythm in your life, you foster an environment where growth flourishes. Consistency provides stability amid chaos, acting as a reliable compass that guides you through uncertainty. This disciplined approach prepares you for the challenges, ensuring you are equipped to face them head-on with unwavering resolve. Each consistent action, no matter how small, builds momentum, culminating in the resilient spirit that stands unyielding amidst life's trials. In the stillness of reflection, inner peace emerges as a sanctuary, a place where noise dissipates to reveal clarity and understanding. This peace is not the absence of stress or struggle. It is the deep, abiding tranquility, unfazed by external turmoil. Finding this silence within is an act of creation, inviting peace to accompany you through the fluctuating currents of life. Achieving inner peace requires conscious effort, reconnecting with your center amid the chaos. It involves embracing stillness as a powerful ally, providing the opportunity to recharge and refocus. Crystalline clarity arises from this silence, allowing you to transcend smaller worries as you grasp the broader perspective of life's journey. With inner peace as a bedrock, resilience builds naturally, creating a foundation to face life's challenges with equanimity and grace. Herein lies the essence of never breaking again, a spirit at ease, free of turmoil, poised to navigate any storm. Life is a series of transformations, a dance between acceptance and change that forms the core of a resilient spirit. Acceptance doesn't mean resigning to life passively. It's the acknowledgement of reality, opening the door for growth and adaptation. Change, on the other hand, is life's constant rhythm, the evolving cadence that requires a flexible, resilient heart willing to adapt. In this dance, acceptance involves embracing life's unpredictability with open arms. This outlook allows you to meet every change, expected and unforeseen, with grace and patience. By recognizing that change signifies growth, not loss, resilience is strengthened. The more adept you become in this dance, the more seamlessly you glide through life's ebb and flow, standing strong and unyielding despite the waves of transformation. This ballet of life invites you to dance gracefully, navigating challenges with openness and flexibility, building an unbreakable spirit equipped to conquer any stage. Simplicity, a gentle guide through life's complexities, shapes resilience by stripping away the inessential. In simplifying thoughts, actions, and surroundings, you create space for inner strength to flourish. Resilience arises not from abundance, but from the clarity and focus that simplicity offers, allowing you to discern what truly matters and where your energies are best devoted. Living a life rooted in simplicity means embracing a mindset of enoughness, appreciating the beauty of simplicity over complexity. It requires intentionality, drawing strength from a life unimpressed by material accumulation or superficial distraction. This approach to life encourages mindful living, emphasizing quality over quantity and depth over breadth. The resulting clarity fortifies your spirit, enabling you to move through life's challenges with focus and resolve. For it is in simplification that resilience finds its purest expression and sustenance. Lifelong learning is the pursuit of wisdom, a journey of curiosity that fosters creativity and adaptability essential for resilience. In continually acquiring skills and insights, you transform perceived limitations into potential, tapping into an unending reservoir of growth and evolution. This commitment to growth reflects an understanding that knowledge is not finite, but expansive. Learning does not cease in traditional schoolings. It continues as a daily practice. It requires an openness to experience and a willingness to be humbled by what you do not yet know. As you embrace learning as a continuous endeavor, you invite fresh perspectives and new possibilities, ensuring resilience strengthens with each lesson. This pursuit cultivates a mind that's agile and adaptable, ready to meet any challenge with creativity and ingenuity. The spirit that values learning becomes one that never breaks, for it acknowledges that every experience, triumphs and setbacks alike, is an extraordinary opportunity for growth. Nature, a timeless sanctuary, offers rejuvenation and reflection, nurturing your spirit into resilience. Within the embrace of natural beauty, harmonious balance reigns. By connecting with the earth, you root yourself in a tradition of reflection and restoration, affirming an understanding that you are part of a much larger ecosystem. Nature teaches resilience through observation, showing the cycles of growth, decay, and renewal. Witnessing nature's enduring resilience offers insights into your own ability to adapt and thrive amid challenges. Guided by the restorative energy of the natural world, you find calm and inspiration, strengthening the spirit with every grounded breath and tranquil moment. This connection is not an escape, but a return to roots, fortifying your resilience through the wisdom of nature itself. Embrace the echoes of nature, the whispers of wind, the rhythm of waves, the patience of mountain, and discover the unyielding strength within. Gratitude is an enduring source of strength, a practice entwined with resilience that celebrates life's abundance. It exists not as a fleeting emotion, but as an enduring acknowledgement of what is cherished. Gratitude expands perspective, transforms scarcity into wealth, and illuminates the beauty of the present moment. The resilient spirit is rooted not in longing for what could have been, but in appreciation for what is. Cultivating gratitude requires mindfulness, a conscious decision to recognize and appreciate life's blessings amidst hardship and struggle. It involves reorienting perspective, training the heart to see joy in places others overlook. By fostering gratitude, you shift focus from deficiency to abundance, from lack to love, crafting a mindset that strengthens and sustains you. Gratitude becomes a companion, deepening the experience of life and fueling resilience by reaffirming connection to the world and others. It is through a grateful heart that the spirit expands, never breaking in adversity, but continuously growing in strength and grace. Detachment, the gentle art of holding the world with open hands, breeds resilience by freeing you from entanglement in outcomes. It involves engaging deeply with life while remaining unburdened by the webs of expectation, allowing present moments to flow without rigid clinging. This practice of letting go of desires, results, possessions promotes a state of inner happiness that is unweathered by external circumstances. Learning to practice detachment involves embracing impermanence, cultivating freedom from past regrets and future anxieties. This evolves into a mindfulness of being fully immersed yet untethered, allowing life's ups and downs to pass without uprooting inner peace. The wisdom of detachment acknowledges that strength is found in flexibility, not control. Embracing this understanding invites you to navigate life's complexities with calmness, where the spirit, grounded in non-attachment, grows in freedom and resilience, becoming truly unbreakable. Presence, the act of wholeheartedly engaging with each moment, infuses life with vibrancy and mindfulness. This principle rejects distraction, embracing here and now as sacred. Presence is where resilience is nurtured, as fully attending to current realities empowers you to respond with clarity and effectiveness. It is in this space of presence that possibilities unfold, awakening the potential of each instant. Living with presence requires cultivating awareness, training to focus the mind on what is before you instead of what lies behind or ahead. When practiced consistently, presence transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences, enhancing resilience through deep personal engagement and connection. This awareness expands, offering insights and fostering a balanced, composed response in the face of life's unpredictability. The resilient spirit, rooted in presence, gracefully integrates each moment into the broader tapestry of life, growing stronger, never breaking, and always evolving. Humility and pride, in harmony, create a balanced strength within. Unhidden pride in your achievements, tempered with humility of spirit. By acknowledging limitations while celebrating triumphs, you nurture resilience and wisdom. Humility is the awareness of continuous learning, while pride respects the diligence invested in personal growth. Together, they create a symphony where balance leads to a spirit unbroken by vanity or apathy. Engaging with humility and pride requires conscious integration of self-awareness with self-esteem. This involves recognizing personal achievements without arrogance and understanding that there is always more to learn, always more room to grow. By balancing these concepts within, you ground yourself, nurturing resilience through reflection and celebration alike. This balance of humility and pride becomes a source of inner strength, a reminder that life is both a journey of self-realization and a celebration of self-worth. As this chapter of becoming unbreakable draws to a close, you find that each lesson, each insight, and each trial has been a part of a greater tapestry that you have woven with the threads of your experiences. You stand here now with a spirit fortified by wisdom and a heart open to infinite possibilities. Never breaking is not a testament of imperviousness, but of evolving strength, a journey toward a profound understanding of self. Embrace this new dawn with the courage of a soul that knows its worth, a mind prepared to engage the world, and a heart ready to celebrate its wonders. You are the person who never breaks, steadfast and serene as your path continues to unfold.